Hi guys, overlay covering the screen, very professional. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Guys, we're here. Premier League, entertainment, box office stuff happening in the English Premier League, guys. You know, Liverpool still suck. Arsenal are going to play Chelsea. And yeah, who must win? Arsenal or Chelsea? Slot is staying up until the West Ham game. And Man United need to get back on track after the first loss in 6 games. First of all, how are you guys doing? You guys good?
Oh, good, man. Husam, good to see you.
Not bad.
Can you guys hear me and see me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear, bro.
Great. Okay. Hi, Ash, debutant on the channel, first time here. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Big up to you. Big up to Jacko as well. Internet all good today, Jacko? Over.
Seems like it might be a little bit good. Yeah.
Big up, Jacko, man. If you watch that show on Wednesday, you know all about that over joke. You get me? It was over for.
Over.
Yeah, that joke right there ran all Wednesday stream. Wolfie's such a fraud as well. He brought out the whole mic effect and everything.
How does he have that ready to go? I don't know. It was like ready to go.
No
mic
idea.
check. Anyway.
He just clicked a button and he actually starts sounding like someone in the army.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway, listen. Let's start by obviously addressing the biggest game of this weekend, which is Arsenal-Chelsea. Of course, it's going to be the box office game this Sunday. And I'm going to start off with a neutral debutant on the channel, man like Ash. How do you look at this game between Arsenal and Chelsea? How do you preview it? Who do you think the pressure is on?
I think the pressure's on Chelsea, to be honest. I think it's going to be a battle of Rice Caicedo, because there's been a lot of debate recently about who's the better midfielder. And personally, I think Chelsea's going to win this game. I think it's actually going to be a high scoring game, even though it's probably not what people are going to think it is. I think a lot of people are going to think it's going to be a stinky 1-0 or something. But I can see both teams wanting to kind of come out swinging, because I think whoever wins this, if Arsenal wins this, it's going to push them quite far ahead in the title race. So I think it might leave them open a bit. So it's going to be interesting, especially like they were saying. I think isn't Palmer, I think, back and ready for the game as well, which is going to be a big player for them. Obviously, they've missed him, but to be honest, it hasn't really looked like Chelsea's missed him at the moment. So it's going to be, I think he could be a game maker. And yeah, I think for me personally, like I said, I think it's going to be a high scoring game, just because it's going to be a bit more open than what people are maybe going to think it is, because it's kind of a title race game.
Oh, you think it'll be open?
I think it's actually going to be an open game, just because, like I said, if Arsenal wins this, I think it's going to propel them quite a bit ahead of everyone. Whereas if Chelsea wins this, it's going to be a bit more debate. It's going to put some more pressure on Arteta and on Arsenal. Are they dropping points like how they have done, where they've always been ahead over it towards Christmas time? It's like I said, I think the pressure's on Chelsea, but at the same time, if they go down, the pressure's going to be all over Arsenal, and it could make the game very open. So, I don't know.
Be an open game at all. I don't know what Martin and Jacko
No,
think.
no, that's what I'm saying. Is I think the consensus it's going to be a stinky 1-0 or something, but I can just see it going the other way because everyone thinks it. I'm going to gaze.
Okay. So this is going to go against the popular belief, basically.
I just realized I was talking to Ash in Mo's stream, and he was saying that Eddie Howe was better than Arteta. So I'm understanding a little bit where his preview is coming from, especially with a little dig there about teams we're going to drop points against. But you can't say that about us this season because it's actually revenge season for us. Everyone that we dropped points against last season, we've picked up points, full points. Newcastle being one of those, and I think that we showed against Bayern yesterday or the other day, 2 days, that if a team wants to come and attack us, we've got this mid-block that's capable of handling this multi-rotational positional changing stuff. I'm not worried about Chelsea at all. I think in the second half, we'll probably pull away from them because our bench is starting to look extremely stacked now. We've heard that Havertz, Gyökeres, Jesus are all back. I think Jesus played in a practice game yesterday. So I think we're just going to have too much for them at the end of the game, which was kind of what happened against Bayern. They got a bit tired. They weren't able to keep up the press. And, yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of a stalemate for the first half, though.
Are you not worried about Gabriel being out? Because, like I said, I think, obviously, the game before the Bayern, with him being out in that one, it didn't really look like anything mattered because you just had all the possession. The Bayern one, the first half, I think was a very different game. Like, it was crazy how much possession they had. Carl looked unbelievable, to be honest. I think a team maybe like Chelsea is it going to expose not having Gabriel in that position? I know it's Carpier and maybe Mascara, who's ever's going to fill there, could be they're not exactly bad players, them, are they? But
no,
Gabriel.
I think Gabriel would have stopped that ball over the top from Kimmich, or at least put Gnabry off from being able to make that cross. But I'm very happy with Hincapié or Hincapié or how many names this guy has, and Mosquera, and Saliba, Calafiori, Timber. I can't really fault any of those guys. I'm not worried about any Chelsea attackers. Maybe Esteval, but it's still a lot in the hype space for me. He's only really got one Premier League goal, and I need to see him do it against a team that's actively.
What about Palmer though?
I don't think they should bring Palmer back for this game. If he comes back and gets injured, then they're setting themselves back for more of the season. I think it's very easy to re-injure a fractured toe. I've had one before when I was playing, and I re-injured about 5 or 6 times over 4 or 5 years. So you got to let it heal. Yeah. It is what it is. So I think if you rush Palmer back and trying to scare us with he's going to start, I don't believe that for a second. He hasn't played in 2 months or something, right? So he's going to have no match fitness. He's not going to be ready for that. So yeah, I think they're going to try and put it on us, but I'm not sure how effective it's going to be. And if we've got Martinelli and Eze and, we're doing more counter-attacking stuff, I think Chelsea might have to worry about that because your centre-backs are pretty much the only weakness on the field as far as the discussion is concerned. I don't know.
Thing is, Marty, this is a must-win, isn't it? This is a must-win for Chelsea. I think Chelsea have to win this game. I don't think they can even draw this game. They have to make up points. If Arsenal even get a draw, that's good enough for Arsenal, I think. I think they can go on from there. Yeah. I think it's a must-win for Chelsea. So it might make it more open, you know what I mean? So it's feeding into what Ash said. It might be an open game, might be a few goals in it.
I don't know what
Jacko, hello, you want to join us, Jacko, brother?
Yeah, I was watching the debate. I think it's gonna be a very close game, like what brother on the left of me said. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I do think we can.
Ash, Jacko, Sal, Martin.
Yeah, Ash. All right, so yeah, I know Sal, I know Martin, but
big up,
Ash.
Big up.
Yeah. But I definitely think we could win this game. I don't think there's really any pressure on us to really just have to win the game, but I think the more of the pressure is really going to be on Arsenal because of what's happened over the last couple of seasons. You know what I mean? They have been dropping a lot of like games that they should have won in the season, and we saw how that came to affect them towards the end of the season. So they have to show us now that they're a team that can go and win it all. You know, we still like.
But how
they
can
say
you
this
believe
every
the pressure
season.
is on Arsenal when the game is at the bridge? I want you to explain that point to me. Like, because the game is at Stamford Bridge purely, how do you think the pressure is at Arsenal?
I think it's on them because they have to win. They have to win because they're going to want this advantage. They're going to want to take the 3 points, right? So, yes, I know they've been beating us recently a lot in the past years, but this team is the strongest it's ever been, this Chelsea team, in terms of the last 3 years. It's the strongest it's ever been. And the same thing goes for Arsenal. This is the strongest I've ever seen Arsenal, right? So this is why I'm so excited for the match. To be honest, I think it's going to really be a roll of the dice, and I think the real battle is going to be in the midfield. I don't think it's really. I'm not really worried about their low block. We can handle low blocks. We can handle mid blocks. I think it's a midfield battle. I'm going to be very excited to see, especially because people like to put the Rice, the Bade, and the Caicedo debate up there. I don't think it's really going to be a Rice versus Caicedo.
What low block are you
Rice
talking
versus-
about, Jacob? Sorry. What low block?
Mid block. I changed it to a
block?
mid block.
Arsenal play the highest.
Wait, let me finish
line.
my point.
No, but
So when it comes
All
to this midfield battle, right? I think it's going to be more Caicedo versus Zubamendi, and it's going to be Declan versus Enzo. That's what we're going to be seeing based on their positions they actually play. Because Zubamendi is more of the DM, and Rice is more of an 8 this season. We've been seeing Rice has been doing a lot of box-to-box work, same like Enzo. Enzo's been doing a lot of box-to-box work this season. So I think that's going to be the real matchups. And I want to see how they both fare against these 2 top midfields, because I rate Arsenal's midfield. I do think we have a better one, but I do rate Arsenal's midfield. So we're going to see how this goes. Yeah.
this is the defensive Arsenal, guys. This is it. This is the defensive Arsenal. The defensive line versus the opponent's defensive line. This is defensive Arsenal this season. Yes, they're very defensive. Very, very defensive.
I think it's Chelsea fans putting pressure on Chelsea to succeed more than anything else, right? Like, you guys have this level of expectation now that City and Liverpool aren't really title challengers, that you're the next cab off the rank. You're ready to go, right? So I think that we want to win, but out of this week, I wouldn't have expected to us beat Spurs, Bayern, and Chelsea. But if we do that, that's pretty incredible. That's more than I would have expected for Arsenal. I would be expecting us to at least get a draw based on the last 8 results against Chelsea, or 10 results, whatever it is. But you guys have to keep up with the chat, because there's been so much talk now about how every player is better than Arsenal's and you're on our level and blah, blah, blah. This is where the rubber meets the road. If you guys are going to turn this project into something that's more than just a what is it called, flip for profit thing that they were doing, like, this is where you show that it's about the football, and I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be quite the clash. Everyone's keeping receipts over the last few days, and I haven't seen that much anticipation for another game this season. So
Here is one of the things that if Arsenal go to Stamford Bridge and win against Chelsea, it actually emphasizes to the point that some Arsenal fans are talking about, is that even though Chelsea are improving, but the gap has actually increased. That is one of the things that Chelsea fans need to worry about. Because if a team like Arsenal comes to your ground and put 9 points between you and them, and they win at your ground, that means even though you guys are saying that it's improved and everything, the gap has increased. And the main target for Chelsea is to win the league, right? That's the ultimate goal, not this season, maybe next season. Arsenal are going to improve, right? And Chelsea are going to improve. It's different if you're looking at teams that the gaps are closing, but Arsenal are increasing that gap if they go to Chelsea and win. That's why I think the pressure is on Chelsea more. If Arsenal lose against Chelsea, it's just the affirmation of, okay, yes, Chelsea have closed the gap a little bit. If you lose to Arsenal, I think for Chelsea there need to be questions asked, especially in the manner of the game. If Arsenal doesn't sit deep, if they control the game at Stamford Bridge, if it's a 50-50 and you lose, that means Arsenal have increased the gaps on you. Am I wrong to say that?
I think Arsenal's gap was already bigger than what people were thinking. Like last season, you've got to remember they only lost 4 games. They drew 14 games, which is the reason why there was they didn't contest Liverpool. They've obviously changed those draws now into wins. I think the gap is actually bigger than what people were thinking before. And it's why I said Chelsea being in a title race shouldn't have even been part of anyone's debate when people were looking at where people were going to finish the season. It was going to be Liverpool, City, and Arsenal. Those are the front three, and then the 4th, 5th places that can be up for debate. Chelsea's overperformed. Granted, they've now got Palmer coming back in.
I actually don't think that Chelsea overperformed, Dash. I actually predicted Chelsea in game week 10 to be top of the league. Based on how easy their start is, and based on the summer signings, especially for João Pedro, especially Estevao coming in, and I didn't watch Estevao before, right? But I'm listening to Chelsea podcasts, I'm listening to Chelsea people talk, and they told that Estevao is an upcoming talent, blah, 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 and all this stuff. Reece James stayed fit the second half of the season. I thought that Chelsea should be top of the league at game week 10. I said that plenty of times in the summer. Plenty of the times last summer.
But do you not think that your opinion would have changed with, say, how Cole Palmer being injured, the fact that they keep on getting red cards in games?
Yes, that's the part, Ash. I'm
got
gonna
injuries.
that's the part where I agree with you. The fact that Cole Palmer is injured and they're in this position, they have to deserve a lot of credit.
Yeah,
But
that's
at the
why
same time,
they're
then,
overperforming.
no, but then there's a part where I disagree with Jacko. Look, 3 outcomes on this game: Chelsea win, Arsenal win, draw. Okay, Arsenal win. League's done, basically, essentially, in essence, and they're like 90% likely to go on to win the league here. Draw, life just carries on as normal. We learn nothing. You get me? Okay. Chelsea fans won't be that upset.
That'll be the worst
Arsenal
result. We can't have a draw.
No, but hear me out, because you know why I said nothing changes. Okay, Chelsea are like, okay, we're still where we want to be. It's a very good place to be in. And Arsenal are like, okay, we just went away to our title rivals.
No, it's fine. I just mean after all this chat, like I don't want to end.
Exactly. Now, if Chelsea win, you're basically making an announcement to the whole league that you're now part of this title race. That's why the pressure is not on Arsenal, in my opinion, because Arsenal could still lose this game and end up winning the league. But the reverse for Chelsea is not true. And because they're going to be 9 points behind Arsenal, and they're a lot more likely to drop points to a Brighton and a Brentford and these mid-table clubs than Arsenal are. So they have to take this into their own hands and win the game. So that, for me, is the massive difference here.
Don't you think it's a little bit strange to like say there's no expectations on Chelsea to be at this level anyway, like considering money spent and development time? And
can I ask, did you think Chelsea would be in a title race this season, at the start of the season? Did you actually think that?
I think that it's about time.
But if you did a prediction, would you have said Chelsea over Liverpool and Arsenal?
I mean,
I would have said Liverpool far away and ahead of everyone else because of the transfer window. I thought that was going to make it pretty obvious, but I felt like Chelsea are not and have never been that far away from being at that level. It's just they haven't been able to get their shit together to put it into a consistent package for a season. But I look at their project as starting when they changed ownership and not when they changed managers. So I feel like they're in like year 4 or 5 of where they should be challenging for the league by my expectations. It's not like you should have another free run and just be like top 4 in a Carabao or something, right? I think Newcastle fans have that same expectation of their team, right? Since you're new ownership, you've probably got to be expecting that you were like going to be title challenging after 4 years of ownership.
We had a slightly different expectation that we were looking more between 5 to 10 years, just because City got accelerated based on FFP and everything, and 115. There's a reason why that's all came up. Whereas we're trying to do it a bit more, the growth a bit more natural. So I don't have expectations of us challenging for the next 3 odd years. Like we've still got in the pipeline to get a new training ground, a new stadium. All of this stuff's going to then change. So I still don't see us anywhere. I don't know. I guess it's the expectation of a Newcastle fan as well. I don't expect us to be title challenging anyway. So
it has to change at some point. Otherwise, you'll never get there. But I guess Club World Cup champions, whatever, should be title challenging in the Premier League if they're world champs.
But Ash, I want to ask. So, what did you expect? Because I've been seeing improvement from this Chelsea squad every season, right? So first 12, then you go to 6th. Then you go to 4th. Don't you think from 4th the expectation should be okay? Now go and challenge.
So I will completely explain. I will put this into context. My exact reason why I don't think you guys are challenging. 2 games before the last game of the Premier League, we had the potential of overtaking Arsenal. We were 1 game off Arsenal. We were above Chelsea in the Premier League. Obviously, Isak had his eyes on Liverpool. by that logic, you guys only just finished above us. I would then say Newcastle will be in the title race, and we are most definitely not. Like, since if you look back at the table, accumulated points since January 2022, we are 4th. We are behind Arsenal, Liverpool, and City. Chelsea are below us, everything. So technically, if you go on logic on where progression is, Newcastle would also be in the title race, and we're just not.
All right.
Like
to rebuttal that point, right, Ash? At this time last year, right, we were at the top of the league. We're at the top of the league, and then we dropped that position due to inconsistency, and we went on a bad run of games, and we dropped down to will we make it to the Champions League discussion? That's where we dropped down. So to be honest, we're back where we're supposed to be. We're back where we're supposed to be. Now, the discussion for this year is, can we fix that problem of consistency that we had last year? That's why I'm not surprised that we're in title race discussions. I think we're supposed to be in the title race discussion since last year, in my opinion, since last year. But we saw what happened. Cole Palmer went goals for a couple of games, a good amount of games, and the team's performances just dropped massively. Now, this season,
quick question, Jack.
Wait, let me just finish real quick. Now, this season, all right, we've been able to show that, okay, even if Cole Palmer just goes, and if he's not even in the squad, we can come and we can get some results against some pretty good teams. Because I'm going to be honest, a lot of people are saying, oh, you're hyping up this win against 10-man Barcelona, but what's the reason that they got 10 men? What's the reason they got 10 men? They were forced into making bad decisions and bad mistakes. It's not my fault that the genius manager Hansi Flick put on Araujo when he knows Araujo has some bozo moments in him. It's not my fault. He chose that because he thought that team was capable of beating my team. And my manager made adjustments. And I'm gonna get on to you as well, Mo, because Mo, right before that match, we were talking about Cucurella, Mo, we were talking about Cucurella, and you're saying, oh, Cucurella is not world class, but then he goes and he shuts down the best right winger in the world. I guess that's not world class. I guess shutting down the best right winger in the world is not world class. Okay, we'll see what happens against Saka this season. But what do you have to say, Marty?
I was just wondering if you guys would consider yourself in a title race if Liverpool hadn't fallen off and City were up there. Like, if it was the three of us, like 6-7 points clear of you guys, would this game be seen in the same kind of way from Chelsea's standpoint? Like, this is our title race, et cetera, or it would just be like,
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I definitely would want them. Me personally, I would want them to go for the title. Yeah, go for it. Because Arsenal has shown in the past that they can slip up if the pressure's on them. So go for it.
Anyone can slip up. I'll ask you one more question. Do you think it's more embarrassing being second and not winning, or being fourth and not winning?
Depends on how that second place was acquired. Let's say if we're chasing you all season, then it's not really embarrassing to me. But if we went first, and then let's say we have to coming towards the end of the season, Leeds is a game we have to go and get a win at. We lose to Leeds or something, and we throw it away to, I don't know, maybe Brentford or something, and then we end up at second. That's embarrassing. But if we're chasing you the whole season, then it is what it is. You guys.
No, I just mean from the standpoint that we get a lot of criticism for being second, but then a lot of these teams which are coming through will eventually want praise for progress and being in second place and getting close to the title and all this kind of stuff. I feel like it's been weaponized to the point where second is worse than being 5th or 15th or 17th. Like no one cares about them.
I get what you're saying, but I think you take it out of the context of that it's not because of. It's not because you guys are coming second.
Everyone hates us thing again.
Yeah, it's not because you don't come in second.
I just want to have an acceptable standard for what is second place good. Is it worth it?
Yeah, but the premise of your argument is a lie in itself.
What?
Because even me and Mo, the year where Saliba got injured, you finished second. We didn't criticize Arsenal. We didn't.
What do you mean? The entire world.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Maybe
you saw our content. Me and him both agreed.
You two. I'm talking about the greater football.
Yeah, but me and him both said that if Saliba didn't get injured, I think Arsenal would do won the league. And a lot of people actually didn't criticize Arsenal because it was your first season in a title race. Now, if Chelsea finished this season second, and the year after second, and the year after second, then of course they're going to get criticized because they didn't get over the line.
And do you know what I said? I think people. Do you know what people take out of that context so much? You finish second. The way it makes it sound is that the same person then finishes first, but it isn't the case. that you would say Man City, you then finish second, then Liverpool now finish first, and you finish second. You need to be able to raise your levels to get up there,
Context.
then someone below you to come and take that spot. The context does matter.
Can I ask you something, Ash? In the treble season, who do you think was the better team, City or Arsenal?
City.
In the season after, who do you think was better, City or Arsenal?
Still City, but they definitely fell away a bit.
Last season, who do you think was the best team in the league before the season started? Who do you think was the best team in the league?
The best team in the league, probably Man City or Arsenal. It wasn't Liverpool.
It was Man
no
City.
way. No
Because
way.
they had the
hell.
Ballon d'Or winner, they had Haaland, right? They had the best manager and everything.
Yeah.
The manager, it's your choice. It's okay. Let me give you an example. If Chelsea finished second this season, and then Arsenal go and strengthen next, and Arsenal win the league, and Arsenal go and strengthen, and Chelsea go and, but the gap still is Arsenal's better, and Chelsea finished second. Is that a failure on the team or the club for not closing the gap?
Probably the club, isn't it? Well, it's a bit of everything.
Exactly what some Arsenal fans say. Arsenal fans say that we were never the best team in the league. Me and Husam last season predicted Arsenal to finish the league, to win the league, right? But what we didn't put in our context is the injuries and how Mohamed Salah had a historic season as well.
Yeah.
They didn't have the best plan. Like the tactics of Arsenal weren't great. And Arsenal fell off. The fact that with all these injuries, Arsenal still maintained second, and with all what is going on with Liverpool, if you look at the other teams like Chelsea had injuries. They fell off completely. Chelsea were in danger of not making top 5. Man City fell off completely. They had 1 win in 13 games. They lost 9 games in 13 games and had 1 win.
Who?
So the same City, the winning league City, right, had 1 injury in Rodri and some other injuries as well in the centre back, similar to Arsenal's, but they completely fell off.
Yeah, but Mo, me and you disagree on this fundamentally. The reason why City do get a bit more leeway is because they won. So
Okay. The history is different. Okay, here we go. If you're gonna say about the history, Arsenal don't get 0 leeway, not only because of the last 3 years, because Arsenal haven't won the league since 2004. Like, if you're gonna go back to the history, no.
That's not my point. I'm not talking about history. I'm talking about the same group of players.
My point about is, no Arsenal fan will tell you the club gets leeway because we haven't won the league last season or season before. People tell you, Arsenal fans tell you, we haven't won the Champions League ever, and we haven't won the league since 2004. I want my club to win the Premier League and the Champions League. That's what they say. I haven't seen any Arsenal fans say it is acceptable for our club to actually not win the Premier League in 20 years. None of Arsenal fans have said that. None. I haven't seen anybody say this.
Okay, now you're changing the argument.
I didn't. I'm just using your argument.
I'm not. No, you're not. Because I'm not talking about the history of the club. I'm talking about the group of players. I'm saying the City team that lost 9 games in 13 just came off a back-to-back. That same City team. I'm not talking about historically and Pellegrini and Balotelli. I'm talking about the same team with the same manager. Those players won 4 league titles in a row. So people were like, gave leeway, stuff like this. Same reason why, okay, if Arsenal were losing, let's put Arsenal in Liverpool's position. Let's say Arsenal have lost 9 out of 12 Premier League games. Do you think that the conversation would be the same as the Liverpool conversation? Of course not. Why? Because Liverpool just came off a league title. But the Arsenal conversation would be a lot more existential. Not because Arsenal are more relevant or Arsenal get more views or whatever. That's not the reality. The reality of the situation is Liverpool just won a league title. So people tend to give teams that won a bit more leeway. And this has been happening in sports since the beginning of time. This happens in the NBA. When the Golden State Warriors won the NBA title and a year later they couldn't win it because of KD's injury, people go like, oh, the only reason why they didn't win it is because KD's injured. People are understanding because KD and Clay were out, so they said they couldn't win the title. Okay, we understand because you proved it the last 2 years. But the problem from the Arsenal perspective is you don't have that leeway because you didn't win. That's it. It's just
so
a matter of
point? What's your point?
My point is, you look at Arsenal and Manchester City, and you expect the same energy to be given, but it's never going to be the case.
I'm not talking. I didn't talk about the energy at all. I spoke about what
You
happened
said
during
Pep
the
lost
season.
9 and 13 more. You said it.
Yeah. So I'm saying about what happened in the season that
Yeah.
City fell off completely that season. By the way, that season had nothing to do with the season before. Every season is a new season. That what happened last season had nothing to do with City winning the league the season before or Arsenal being second the season before. That has nothing. The facts are City got injuries, completely fell apart. Arsenal got injuries, they didn't fall apart. That is the reality. City got humbled by a Real Madrid team that Arsenal schooled. That's these are facts, right? The season before, Arsenal failed and City succeeded. Yes, you can actually talk about Arsenal then. Last season, if City didn't succeed with injuries and stuff, but you're expecting Arsenal to succeed with injuries, actually, it makes more sense for the team that won before and have the pedigree and have the history of winning, for them not to fall off with injuries, and the team that failed before, the weak team, Arsenal, to fall off more. Logically speaking, the kid that comes second and fails to be first, when the tools are taken out of him, to fall off more than the kid that is always first in the race, because that kid is supposedly on paper better than Arsenal.
I don't know if I agree with that, actually, because I feel like if you come second, you are then more hungry to go for first, and the team that comes first is more likely to sit back and just be like, well, we just won the Premier League, so we can. Pep needs to reinvigorate the people. Like, I think it's much harder to keep up a consistent
especially
level.
after a treble.
Can I ask you
was talking
something for
about that.
Ash? Can I ask you something? If Arsenal and Chelsea this season both get injuries, equal injuries,
Mhm.
right? Who has more expectations to continue actually
Arsenal.
being good? Why?
Arsenal.
Haven't won anything.
The squad, well, they go on about saying they've got
Why?
the best squad in the whole of Europe, apparently.
Chelsea have a better squad than us, apparently.
No. Forget that's the banter side. We're gonna come to
That's
the
amazing. Every single one of you used a different narrative to use his point. Crazy.
It's just like a chain. It goes on from one to the other.
It's-
I mean, I know we're
No,
talking about
forget that.
bigger points. I
My
don't wanna-
point about this, if I'm saying the strongest doesn't get leeway in terms of analysis. The strongest actually, right, gets more should get more scrutiny than the guy that is actually weaker than him.
Bro, Liverpool should be getting more scrutiny. I do agree with that, but I think the reason why they're not
Yeah,
is because
same
of
as
how,
City
is
last
because
season.
of how
Same as
how
City last
hard-
season.
how
City
hard
came from a
Liverpool fell off.
4-peat, Ash. City came from a
And also
4-peat.
because
That
how
means
much
they're
money we-
very strong. City came from a 4-peat. That means City have the fastest car. City have the fastest driver. City have the best team. They're coming from a 4-peat, right? They had a flat tire, and Arsenal had a flat tire. The failed Arsenal. Who should get more scrutiny for failing? Arsenal or City?
City.
Who should be analyzed? The better team.
Yeah.
Like if
I-
Arsenal, exactly my point, guys. This is the analysis that people fail to see. Liverpool this season, because they have a Salah, because they have a Van Dijk, this is unacceptable. And because the manager won the league, it's unacceptable what
That's
Liverpool
why
are
we want
doing
to
this
stop that.
season. But if Liverpool fell off last season, okay, let me give you an example. If Liverpool last season didn't win the league, and it was a transition year, and Arne Slot didn't win the league, and Liverpool done bad because they had injuries this season, I'm saying, yeah, but that team is not won, so I'm expecting them with injuries to fall off. City, the team that won with injuries, should do better than Arsenal with injuries, because Arsenal are failures. All you guys' argument is Arsenal are failures. So they're not good. They failed 3 years in a row. They're fucking failures. They're bums. Arteta's a shit coach.
Relax.
I'm being serious. Arteta's a shit coach. The team is not very good. Saka's on a higher pedestal. He's a shit player. Declan Rice is not as good as this guy. This guy is better. So basically, logically speaking, the team that is better than them getting injuries should do better than them, but they didn't. Why?
Well, like I said, for me, the only reason why Arsenal has it,
Because Mowgli's is Arsenal.
even if they get
Mowgli's is Arsenal.
even
To
if they
get
get
views.
injuries, they have the biggest depth of squad potentially in Europe, and that is something.
This
that I think
season,
everyone knows.
100%. I agree with
Yeah.
you.
This season they do. So,
Did,
but obviously,
did they last season, Ash? Did they last season?
no. They've obviously strengthened. Like they didn't even have a bloody centre forward really last season. They've been playing with flipping Kai Havertz as like a false nine.
City had Haaland. They didn't do well.
Well, but it's not just about that, though, is it? Just 'cause they a striker.
City had the mighty Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, but
and this,
what
and
have they
City
lost? They
spent
lost KDB?
City spent tons of money in January, and they didn't finish above Arsenal.
Yeah, but you're also forgetting about all the players that they've then lost, like with KDB and everything. Like Pep's going through this rebuild, and the first time that everyone says he's actually now under pressure because this is the first time he's going to be rebuilding a squad, and it's getting to a point where he's starting to look like he's getting an idea. But I don't think the last season or anything, I had much expectation of City going under, like, say, losing KDB and all the other players that they've lost. It's, but I put at the moment, there's more onus on Liverpool. Liverpool should be doing a lot better than what they are. Arsenal, there's a debate that potentially they have the deepest squad in Europe. Doesn't have the best 11, but so Arsenal should be going on and at least winning the Prem or the UCL, in my opinion.
Actually, I think that Arsenal have the best unit as 11. Not individuals, might not be individuals. If you look at this Arsenal team today,
you think their starting 11
the strongest team in the world now, today. Might not be later. Today, strongest team in the world. Today.
I agree with
and it's not because of individuals, by the way. It is not because of individuals. It's because of the structure and how balance, coaching, structure, defensive solidity when the recoveries, smothering teams, pressure, everything.
Okay, Mo. So do you think if that Arsenal game was at the Allianz, was at Bayern's home, would they have won? Would they have won or lost?
They might. I wouldn't put it past them.
But that's what I'm saying.
Completely, bro. I'm telling you, I support Inter, right? One of the teams that I do want to face now, number one, I don't want to fucking face these guys. I don't want to see Arsenal. I don't want to see Arsenal on the pitch. It's very hard to score against them. They score goals now from open play for fun. We watched the last 3-4 games. Their set pieces are ridiculous now. They have every tool. So yes, starting 11, you can say, oh, Vitinha is more talented. Lamine Yamal, they don't have a Lamine Yamal. Fantastic, right? As a team, they're the best team. Basically.
It's only Chelsea that want to face Arsenal. Real Madrid fans don't want to. Bayern fans, not that game.
I said it last week. I'd rather play Bayern Munich 100 times out of 100 than Arsenal right now. I said it last week, and I said that Arsenal are going to win the game comfortably against Bayern Munich. Arsenal are just a machine at the moment. You can't even score against them. This is the thing. You score one goal, you might as well pack it in. And you have to give them their flowers. They've done amazingly well this last year or so. They've become an unstoppable force. And you know what? And I'm not the biggest Arsenal fan. People know that. And I think they're the best team in the world at the moment for November. But we'll have to see what happens.
Until they come against the mighty Chelsea.
What's going to happen if they lose to Chelsea? If they beat Chelsea, who else is going to? Might as well give the next title to them.
Can I tell you? I was just saying this on my channel. I actually think if Arsenal go to Stamford Bridge and win, they will start looking like the triple winning team for City the second half, where teams are beaten 1-0 in the tunnel. You know what? Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, there is that fucking season that Liverpool got 99 points. I swear to God, you play that Liverpool team, you're 1-0 down in the tunnel. You're fucking 1-0. You're 1-0 down. You're losing the game already. You're already chasing a 1-0 down against these guys. Mane, Salah, Firmino, they were fucking ridiculous. I even believe that the quad charge for Liverpool that they played Inter, I promise you that team was ridiculous to the point they had so much fear factor in them that you just don't want to fucking face them. You sleep the night before. I want this game to be over. Just tell me the result. I don't want to live through it because this team is ridiculous. City in the treble year were similar, very similar to this. If Arsenal go to Stamford Bridge and win, forget Chelsea, right? Because I think Chelsea are doing actually better than a lot of people expected. I thought that Chelsea would be top, right? Being second in the league is actually very good. Beating Barcelona 3-0, I didn't see that. 3-0 is a big margin, right? It's like you can tell that Barcelona would lose. They fucking humiliated them. It should have been 6, basically. There's 2 marginal offside. But Arsenal winning at Chelsea will do them wonders for the rest of the season. They will, because football players will tell you, a win against teams like a Bayern or Chelsea will give you confidence to the point that you dribble with the ball, you know that it's coming through. You shoot, you know that I'm hitting the target. The tackle is happening. This is why Liverpool now, they tackle without convention. They are not like, they're like tackling and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get it. Van Dijk doesn't know if he's going to get the next ball. Konate the same. Arsenal have so much confidence in them now, and this Chelsea game will do them wonders. Am I expecting them to win? No, I'm not. I think it might be a draw. To be honest, I think Arsenal win is the lowest probability for me. If they win, I'll be a little bit surprised because at Stamford Bridge. No, because at Stamford Bridge, I think it's a draw. Chelsea win, then Arsenal win.
I think when you see the bench, you might change your opinion. I have a feeling our bench is going to be absolutely ridiculous for this game.
Yeah, but also if Fofana's fit, and Fofana has been proven to be a very good asset for Chelsea with whoever is going to play next to him. I don't know if Palmer is going to start. I'm not expecting Palmer to start the game. I'm expecting a Reece, Caicedo, Enzo as well in the middle. Maybe Palmer off the bench if they need him. I hope that I see Estevao play. I hope that I see Estevao play football because I want to see Estevao playing behind the Calafiori going forward.
Do you think Maresca does the midfielder instead of the striker thing again, or is he going to play João Pedro or Delap?
I think he's definitely at Stamford Bridge. I think he's going to play a striker because Arsenal don't play like when Arsenal lose the ball, they are not as naive and idiots like Barcelona. Basically, Hansi Flick is just an idiot. He's just a glorified Ange Postecoglou this season.
Wow, that's yo.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong in saying that, to be honest.
Guys, are you guys like he's had 10 men, and he put his line at halfway line.
Yeah,
how idiotic that is, bro. It's fucking stupid. Like, to be honest with you, if I'm a Barcelona fan, I'm like, what are you doing? Even bro, there is an Arab guy, an Egyptian guy he has a Barcelona channel. He speaks Arab. He was losing his mind. He's like, how idiotic are you to do this against Neto, Garnacho, and Estevao? Like, it's just stupid. It's stupid. And I thought it was stupid. That's why when I said that I would take Arteta over Hansi Flick today, I still double down on it.
I 100% agree with what you're saying, though, because like if you actually go back and watch the Barcelona-Newcastle game, they played a high line. And
3-0 in the first half. You should have been 3-0 in the first half.
We hit them so many times on the counter-attack, but because obviously we didn't have a striker, we had flipping Anthony Gordon as a false nine in that game. Yeah. We just scuffed so many chances, and it showed every single other team in Europe how easy it is to expose them, and it carried on showing that way. And obviously, it's still happening. So one pass,
and you're just beating these guys. Exactly, Husam, like and subscribe. It's ridiculous. But anyway, forget Hansi Flick because he's definitely better than Mikel Arteta and Jurgen Klopp and everybody because he won trophies. Of course, with Bayern Munich and Barcelona, he won the league, so he's definitely better than Mikel Arteta. But listen,
I saw Barca fans on Twitter actually saying, "Man, I wish we just had can we get a defensive coach, like a set? I want to see I want to see a low block. They want to have some variety in their life instead of this all-out attack."
I want to see us. Can we, for once, under Hansi Flick, see a structured team instead of just everyone running after the ball when we lose the ball? Can we see a defensive structure? They're losing their mind, especially this season because Real Madrid looked better than last season. They were atrocious, Real Madrid last season. But let's do something fun. Let's do the combined 11 for Chelsea and Arsenal. Let's do something fun because listen, what is this guy that goes on Dan Potts' channel? That does the Alex or the guy that's a little bit long hair that goes on Talk Sport. He goes on, he's a positive Arsenal fan. He actually interviewed one of the Chelsea fans, content creator, and I think it was 7-4.
To Chelsea?
Yeah. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
It's actually crazy. Let's do the combined 11, guys.
I mean, if you hear what Don says about flipping Chelsea over Arsenal, every single
I want to hear this. I want
to
hear this. Sam was on the show with him on the football tennis. I want to hear. What did he say? Ash, tell us. Tell us.
Every single position, Chelsea is miles ahead, apart from defense, where it's close. Every other position, Don said that it was miles ahead.
So let's see. David Raya or Sanchez. And by the way, I want you guys to put that in mind this season, not overall. Right? This season. You're watching 12 games with 5 Champions League games, a cup game. Who are you taking? David Sanchez. Sorry, his name is David Sanchez as well? Or David Raya?
No, it's not. It's Rob Sanchez. Robert Sanchez.
Yeah, Rob.
Robert Sanchez. Okay, Ash, you choose.
David Raya.
Jacko.
Raya.
Okay, I think everyone will choose Raya. I'm going to ask you guys something for real. Fofana or Saliba?
Is Fofana fit?
Yeah, Fofana has been fit. Fofana or Saliba? Fofana's fit.
Saliba, man.
Saliba.
I'll go Saliba because
Saliba.
he's been really consistent.
Fofana's
Yeah.
fit for this game, but he hasn't played enough this season, so I'm going to go Saliba.
I don't even think it's close. I don't know why.
Mo, are you
Hold
making
the
it a
pen to
new
the
tab?
Arsenal.
I do what? What did you say?
Making the lineup in a new tab?
No, I'm not making the lineup. I'm not. I have the spreadsheet, by the way, that I did yesterday.
Get up
But,
pain.
left, okay, center. The other center back, Gabriel is not there.
I'll
There's
make
no-
it in a. I'll make it in a new.
I'm actually gonna say it's Fofana and Saliba get in. I'm just gonna say this. Fofana and Saliba both get in.
Yeah, I'd
Is that
probably
fair
agree.
to say?
Oh wait, 1 second. You're saying Gabriel doesn't count because he's not fit.
No, he doesn't
Injured.
count.
Hasn't Mosquera played more games than Fofana?
Would you take
I mean, I'm
Fofana or
kinda joking, but,
Mosquera?
like, I'll take Mosquera. I hate Fofana. I think he's useless. I think he gets in his head. He thinks he's this big bad boy. He runs around the field like he's a bully, and then gets himself carded or injured or something. I don't know. I don't like him.
Yeah, I'm making the team.
So, guys, would anybody
The
agree
top
Okay,
Fofana?
does everyone? Okay, let's make this easy. Does everyone agree that Saliba gets in?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the second partner next to Saliba?
I'm saying Mosquera for me.
I went Mosquera.
Mo?
I would. You know what? You know, I didn't like Fofana, but I've been watching him in the last 2 games, and I believe a centre back pairing of Fofana and Saliba would actually be very good.
They did it together at St. Etienne, right?
Yep.
I believe it will be. I think it would be very, very good, Fofana and Saliba, for me, to be honest. Like the quickness of Fofana, the strength, and I think he would make it. Hincapié, I like him. I think he's better than Mosquera. He just didn't play enough at all for me to actually say that he's better.
Okay.
For me, Fofana maybe and Saliba for me. I think the left back is a big talk.
Hey, wait,
actually.
wait. Jacko and Ash. Saliba or Fofana? I mean, sorry, Fofana or...
Mosquera.
No, I agree with that lineup. I think Fofana is his only issue is his fitness. If he can keep up his fitness, I think he's clear.
Jacko,
But-
same thing, Fofana?
Yeah, I'll go Fofana. Yeah.
Okay. So, we all have done our goalkeeper and centre back. Who do you want to go with more next? Right back?
So the right back thing is very tricky though, because we think that the midfield that is going to start is going to be Enzo Fernandez, Reece James, and Caicedo. We have to go by what predict as lineups. So the lineup for them will be Malo Gusto at right back. I believe that this is what's going to happen. Even Jaco agrees. So between Malo Gusto and Timber, I don't think it's a conversation. It's Timber every day of the week. Even Chelsea fans will tell you this, right?
I mean, yeah, if you do that over Gusto, then
I
yeah,
think
sure.
that is what's going to happen, to be honest. I think he's going to... I'll be surprised if he starts Reece James at right back and start Palmer. In
The thing
10.
is, for me, Reece James is clear as a right back.
I agree.
I don't
agree
think
with
it's.
that one.
I don't.
The
think
word
that's-
clear is
I
very
agree.
dangerous, though.
No,
Clear
no,
is
no.
like-
No, listen.
Clear
I
again.
think
Clear
Reece
again.
James is
Timber just scored
elite
against
potential.
Bayern a second ago. Like, no respect.
Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Ash.
No,
Thank you,
I
bro.
think Reece James is by far the best right back, maybe even potentially the world.
But has he even been playing right back recently? Hasn't
Hakimi
he been playing
exists,
center mid?
baby.
I like this. I like this Ash guy. He
No,
knows ball.
but it's
He
it's
knows
true
ball,
though.
man.
It's true. I like the whole reason why, even for England, when we were looking at
I
doing
like this
that,
Ash guy.
like everyone says Reece James is the most well-rounded person, and this is the time when you had stuff like, say, Trent and everyone, like and Kyle Walker, and who was the go-to? Reece James. I think he is the best
When
right
was
back.
he the go-to?
Sorry, say that again.
Kyle Walker.
When was he the go-to?
So before in say the previous Euros and stuff, and I feel like he probably will be in the World Cup, the go-to right back. People would like if anyone had to choose between, say, Reece James, Kyle Walker, Trent, they all have different. They all excel in different areas, but Reece James is the more well-rounded, being able to defend and go forward, put in crosses. Like there's a reason why. There's a reason why he gets put into the midfield is because he has the ability to do that and defend, which obviously Trent didn't have that. So I think he is just clear. But if he's not being put in the right back conversation, it has to be Timber.
Well,
We can actually
I've got
have
a
the
little
right
bit of
back
respect for Timber,
conversation.
and then I'll let it go.
We can have the right back conversation. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Timber versus Reece James. I think my only issue with your argument is if you think Reece James is better than Timber, I'm okay with that. I don't think that's crazy. But when you say the word clear for me is like what Reece James is to Connor Bradley. Like Reece James is clear of Connor Bradley, but clear of Timber, I disagree because Timber is like if Reece James is a star, Timber is A.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying that he's a level under.
Clear is like levels, Reece James is clear of Livramento.
Clear is Gabriel and Chalobah, guys. Just clear of him. Gabriel and Chalobah, that is clear.
Like there is no debate. There is a debate we had that on form.
Livramento and Timbers is the same level. So
on form, I can say on form purely, Timber's been better than Reece James form-wise only. But if you're saying he's a better right back, I don't disagree that Reece James is a better right back.
But has he been doing right back things like overlapping his winger and stuff, or is he just playing more centrally as like a midfielder lately? Like,
He's been doing.
I haven't been watching that closely, so I don't feel like I can say.
He's been doing both, Martin. Both.
Okay. So I remember Reece James being unstoppable, busting down the line and shooting and crossing, all that kind of stuff was like on point from Reece. But then he got injured, and then he wasn't really able to do that again. And I feel like he's not being asked to do the same jobs because maybe they don't want to re-injure him, sending him up and down the touchline again. Has that happened?
I mean, you could potentially say that, but then it's also thinking about who he has then on the right. It's Estevao, and he's not Estevao. If he overlaps with Estevao, Estevao's not going to be doing like defensive duties. So I could potentially see from, say, Maresca's point of view that he tries to not have Reece James push up as much.
So he's got more of a leadership in the.
And plus, you've got to remember, flipping at the moment, Chelsea's had some disciplinary issues where they had they had Reece James playing centre back for one game.
So Ash, straightforward, if I'm asking you today to replace Livramento, would you take Timber or Reece James as right back?
I would 100% always say Reece James, but he does have injury problems. That's my only concern. But we're not talking Reece James at his point. We're talking today. Yeah, today. I still think Reece James is better.
All right. Okay, fair enough.
At the moment, he's in the peak. He's in the peak age of where he is now. So yeah, I still would say that. But Timber's also very good. I can't say he's not.
Yes.
So he's not clear. You get me? But
he's not exactly. He's better.
Okay, so let's just put Reece James right back. Okay. Cool. Okay. Left back. I'm going Calafiori based on form.
I can't be like non-biased because I absolutely hate Cucurella. So
I like Cucurella. He's a good player.
I have to say Calafiori. Yeah.
Cucurella. Go on, Cucurella, man.
Cucurella, European champion, man. He's
Come on, man. Come on, man. Talk to him, sir. Talk to him.
He's won things, isn't it? He's won things. Calafiori is good, though.
I'm going to use that argument for Marino later because he won the Euros as well. So we'll turn it around.
Then it might be between Enzo, isn't it? But,
hey, World Cup? Come on, man. Calm down, guys.
Mo, what are you saying?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Well, Cucurella has done well.
Did well against Laval.
He's done very well. But if I do the same thing, I would choose Timber because I think Timber is better defensively a little bit than Cucurella is better defensively than Calafiori. Is better defensively than Calafiori.
I'll give you that.
And the reason why, because Calafiori is not even asked to defend that much because of the coverage. Exactly, because he's being asked to go forward more, right?
Yeah.
If you're asking me today, who would you want to be your left back? I would choose Calafiori. The reason why, because I think Calafiori offers more going forward in terms of the team that is on the ball all the time. Calafiori is just better than Cucurella on the ball. Plays more line-breaking passes, like more confident on the ball, drives with the ball better than Cucurella. Cucurella is phenomenal one-on-one defensively. We saw him against like Yamal stuff. But for me, if I'm playing three at the back and I need three center backs, I would ask Cucurella to be my left center back. For a progressive left back, I would take Calafiori as a progressive left back. For a team like Arsenal or Chelsea that is supposedly 60 to 65% ball position average every game or even more, I would take the guy that is better going forward and better in passes and better in receiving the passes and going forward. That is it. But if I'm playing against Barcelona, I would take Cucurella. If I'm playing against Bayern, I would take Cucurella any day of the week. I wouldn't even choose Calafiori. But overall, I would chase Calafiori. But you get my point, right? Like, Cucurella is needed when you play these top wingers. You definitely put Cucurella. You're not even thinking about it. But you don't play Barcelona or Bayern Munich every day. You don't play these guys every day. You play Fulham. You play Crystal Palace. You play, with all due respect, you play. So for me, that is what I would go. I would go with.
So we have 3 votes for Calafiori: Sal, Jacko, and Ash.
Cucurella.
I said Cucurella. Yeah, I said that.
Cucurella.
But Mo makes a good point because you don't play Barcelona every week, do you?
Yeah,
So,
that's a really
but
there's only one Yamal and there's only one Yamal. The Dembele. You play. You're basically gonna play like teams that will sit down against you deeper than you're gonna play teams that will attack you. So I'll choose the more offensive fullback. You know, like Trent, for example. Trent, the success at Liverpool comes from Liverpool being on the front foot all the time, right? That's if Trent played for an Everton, he wouldn't succeed. Why? Because his biggest asset is going forward, and Everton is being asked to stay back. If he plays for West Ham, it's the same. So for Arsenal and Chelsea, my left back should be a Robertson. Robertson has the record on the assists in the Premier League from a fullback because Liverpool are going forward.
So what I'm hearing is
Newcastle as well.
Mo. So what I'm hearing is in the small games you're gonna take Calafiori, and in the big boy games you're gonna take Cucurella.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I understand. Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think
Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. Why
Except
not?
Calafiori just decided a game against Bayern like 2 days ago with an
Going-
assist.
I think
Going forward.
Just
Going
put
forward.
that out there.
Okay, Martin, just-
Yeah.
that is going forward. I don't think that Cucurella does these things often. Like get involved in the offensive aspect of the game more often. Like he passes the ball to the next guy and keep it ticking. But in big games, in a Champions League, if I'm playing a Real Madrid or I'm playing a Barcelona, I would choose Cucurella because defensively, he's fucking solid as fuck. So I would choose the guy.
Wait. So are you saying Calzone or Cucurella? Which one are you
Calzone.
choosing?
Calafiori.
overall.
You said Calafiori. You said Calafiori, right?
It's sorry,
But
it's
to me-
cauliflower versus cucumber. I think is the.
I think that's such backwards logic, though, isn't it? Because you want to rely on, you want to win UCL and stuff like that. So why the heck would you not be then getting a player like, say, Cucurella in to be able to then get you over the line in a game like that? Because playing against worse oppositions, you'll want your actual forwards and wingers and stuff to be the difference makers. So
how many times do you play bad teams and how many times do you play good teams? You probably play.
So what you say
80
in a
times
Champions
you
League
play
final,
good
who would you play?
Yeah, for me, it'd be Cucurella. So for me, I would say Cucurella.
He's
teams.
proving he
So
can win.
3-3 or are you flipping now? What are you doing?
Okay, guys, we're going dictatorship rules. Channel owners went with Calafiori, so we go. Dictatorship separates us, unfortunately. You get me. It is what it is. You get me. Big up the dictatorship. Now we get to the interesting part. Now I'm sitting up. The midfield. Hey. So what are we doing? Just
This
3
is easy.
midfielders straight, or 2 midfielders and a 10, or what exactly?
Double pivot.
Yeah, double pivot.
Double
yeah.
pivot.
Double
Double pivot
pivot.
with the 10 ahead of them.
Yeah, I think that probably suits more teams, both the teams, to be fair.
Absolutely not. Logically speaking, these two teams are a progressive football team that should play with 1 DM and 2 8s. What are we talking about here? Like, guys, we're talking about Arsenal and Chelsea. This is not Everton. This is not Crystal Palace or West Ham. This is Arsenal and Chelsea. You should have one. Are you going to play defensive if you're Arsenal and Chelsea?
Declan Rice can play at 8.
No, but would you say that is what they do though? Because
But I want to get Eze in the team, though.
This is not Newcastle. You don't
but I don't
Everyone's got
think
their own angle, eh?
Newcastle with
think
Tonali and
I think that's just not true anyway.
hanging on people's heads.
So what are you telling me Zubimendi and Declan Rice roles are? Is Zubimendi more of a DM and is Declan
100%.
Rice more of a ball carrier?
100%.
Okay. Right, so
Declan
that's
Rice
exactly what I
is
just said.
definitely-
And then they have Eze as a 10. So what we do, we've just kind of just changed the
You
form.
have to. No.
That's exactly the formation that they set up.
Both teams on paper play exactly the same. A DM, a
Yeah.
box to box, and
Yeah.
a
10.
10/8. Both
Yeah.
So that's
played exactly the same.
So that's
We're
exactly
not
what I
changing
said.
formations. You gotta be on the spot and choose. You
Are
have
we
to
choosing
be.
individuals or are we choosing a unit? And is it this
We
year
are
only
we're choosing
because you guys are
individuals now. We aren't
referencing-
choosing units.
Because I
But
want
I
to
want
choose
to get
3
Eze
players.
in the 10 though.
You can choose to get Eze ahead of Palmer. It's up to you, Habibi.
As in over
Yeah, but
who?
then you said 4-3-3.
Overall.
There is
Who?
no 10
Okay,
in a
here is
4-3-3.
guys.
How much
Here
has
is guys
Palmer
the
played
reality. Here is the reality. You can
4-2-3-1.
choose Declan Rice as a 6 or as an 8. You can choose Caicedo only as a 6 because he only plays as a 6. Which one are you choosing? Caicedo, Declan Rice, Zubamendi as the 6.
Caicedo. It's not even a debate. Come on, man. Caicedo.
If you want to fit somebody else, you have to think about if you like Declan Rice more than Caicedo, okay, you can say I want Rice as my 6. By the way,
I'd go Rice, Enzo, and Eze.
See,
That's my-
that's Husam's midfield.
Here
I would
comes
go
agenda.
Caicedo.
Rice, Enzo,
Rice,
and Eze
Eze.
is my 3.
That's a very attacking,
Very attacking with Declan Rice.
which I mean, kind of brings back to the problems that Liverpool have been having.
Caicedo, Rice, and Eze for me in that.
That's me
midfield.
too. Yeah, I don't think we can include Odegaard and Palmer just because of the injuries this season. If it's just this season only, like neither of them have really like played enough to be dominant over like an Eze or who else you guys be playing as a 10? Esteban.
Fair enough.
So,
Nah.
Jacko, I'm assuming yours is Caicedo, Rice, and Eze as well?
Yes. Oh no, I'm gonna go Caicedo, Enzo, and
Palmer. Unless you're gonna choose Eze ahead of Palmer.
no,
No, but we have to
it's
choose
because
Eze
Palmer
ahead of
hasn't
Palmer
been
because
fit.
of what
Palmer
we
hasn't
did.
been fit, so I'll go Eze.
Yeah, you
know,
said
Palmer.
form.
But so hold on, let me ask him a question. Palmer back from injury. He plays the game, 1 game, 2 games. Do you think he's better than Eze today?
Yes. Come on, man, guys.
He's only played 3 Premier League games,
It's a
right?
very simple. It's a very simple question. You ask people and then they just give you the answer. It's very simple.
Yes, guys.
We're doing a form 11, so you just have to deal with it. You know.
Okay, so what's yours,
Eze.
Mo, then?
Yeah, let's hear all. I want to hear you guys.
My midfield. My midfield would be actually Caicedo, Rice, and Cole Palmer. That's my midfield.
Yeah, no, that's
Palmer.
exactly mine as well.
So replace Palmer.
I would have done if it depends on who
You
Arsenal.
said when we first started, let's talk about this season, not overall. There is no reason to put Palmer ahead of Eze this
I know,
season.
Why
I
can't
said-
put Odegaard in there?
I genuinely believe. Listen, I love Eze.
Palmer hasn't even played, brother.
I
You were
think
trying to say
today
that
it's
Eze
not
should
about
start
play.
over Odegaard.
But Palmer is fit. Okay, so whereas Palmer is fit, Enzo Maresca in
Yeah.
the press conference said he's
You
fit,
did say that.
Yeah,
yes,
he said he's
that's
fit
correct.
and
He's fit.
ready.
right?
but he's got
Okay.
no
And
form.
I'm not. By the way, I'm not talking
Fit
form.
without form.
I'm not
Ah.
talking form.
What are you
I'm
talking
talking
about?
today. I'm talking today. Who am I choosing? I got a choice today to get starters now from fit players today. I didn't say form. I said fit players. I didn't say form. That word form didn't come out of
We'll
it.
go back.
Fit
You
players.
said this season.
Exactly. Fit players today. You can choose your whatever. I would choose Palmer. I actually would have a different.
Yeah.
I would play Caicedo, Eze, and Palmer together. If it was up to me,
That's very attacking.
I would actually play Eze on the left 8. I'll play Palmer in the 10, and I'll play Caicedo as a DM.
Hansi Flick would love
Damn.
it.
No,
RIP
because
Caicedo's
at the back I have Saliba, Calafiori, Timba, or whoever. Bro, I got a unit in the back. I would need only Caicedo as a DM, and I'll play Eze, and I'll play Cole Palmer. Way more offensive. Way more offensive.
Anyway, you've been outvoted, so it's Caicedo, Rice, and Eze. So great.
How
Life,
is Palmer? No one chosen Palmer.
I wouldn't with Palmer. I went with Palmer.
Yeah, I said that exact same formation,
I
the
get-
exact same 3 that you did, but like Caicedo,
Hold
Palmer.
on. So
Oh,
Palmer,
Palmer,
Hassan,
right.
you're wrong. There is 3 people that said Palmer. So what are you talking
You
about?
just haven't changed the rules on the whole setup.
Eze.
So.
Jacob
Palmer's
said
left foot.
Palmer. I said
Palmer's
Palmer.
left
Ash
foot.
said Palmer.
No, Jacko
I
said
think
Eze when
Palmer's-
he first started speaking.
Yeah, but then wonder how they broke it down so well. I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. So I will take Cole Palmer over Eze. I'll take his left foot over Eze. Put it like that. I'll take his left foot.
What about his broken toe? You can take that.
The thing is though, the reason why I would get Palmer into this is because
بعت المسج في
I
الجروب
would,
الغلط.
I would force Eze to be on the left.
That's not. Yeah, he might be the best left.
What, ahead of Garnacho? Come on.
Oh God, Garnacho's not even going to be starting.
Guys, we cannot. Can we put Eze left winger? He hasn't even played left winger yet. I'll put Trossard in
He's
my
played a
opinion.
couple of times left wing, but
I'll
you
put
don't seem to
Trossard.
care about form or whatever people have been doing. It's just about who your favorite is, right? Is that what we're doing? Like,
It's
Well,
Semenyo's,
who,
dude.
it's who you think would be the best, and I think if I had to choose out of all the left wingers, I would put Eze because he can be a left. He's better centrally, but I would put him in the left to be able to get Palmer in the middle because I think that's a better team. It's the whole reason
So
why.
regardless, you've been outvoted because Eze has more votes than Palmer overall. So Eze goes in.
But Osam, you don't make Osam. This is not your channel by yourself. You don't make the rules.
Yeah,
What
we
is
got
it?
two
What is
dictators.
it?
Two
It's,
dictators. Two dictators. Bro.
Okay, so Jay could change his vote from Palmer to Eze. What
No,
a
the
weak
Palmer-
Chelsea
no,
fan we have here,
Palmer.
guys.
I
What a
said
weak
Palmer.
Chelsea.
Okay, so that's our midfield three sorted. Now we go on to the
I
front
said
three.
Palmer,
Who
bro.
the midfield three?
The
Saka.
midfield three: Caicedo, Rice, and Eze.
What now, Palmer?
Bro, we're this is going to be a stinky left wing.
Because you've been outvoted.
Yes.
How?
This
They
left-
people
Who?
choose
Bro,
Palmer.
this left wing's going to be
I
flipping.
changed my
honky, I'm
vote. I
telling you
changed my
that.
vote. I'm Palmer, Ash's Palmer, and Mo's Palmer. Get Eze
Yeah,
out
but
of here.
Ash
man.
has
Get him out of
Eze
here.
in his three as well.
No, I
So
don't.
Eze gets how many
No,
votes?
he had Palmer.
No, I have.
No,
I
he
have,
doesn't.
I
Eze
have
has 3
Rice.
votes only.
I have Rice, Palmer, and Caicedo.
And
That's my
Sal, who did you choose?
I choose Caicedo,
Palmer,
Rice, and
baby.
Eze. Sorry.
no, is
Oh,
Palmer
shit.
fit enough to start this
Damn,
game?
so.
Yeah, he said yes.
Yeah. He said
Not
he's-
fit
he's-
enough.
Palmer
That's
has
based
one
on form.
open
That's
play
based
goal
on
since
form. If
January
someone
in
told me
this
who would
Premier
I sign, I'll say Palmer all day. But
Yeah, but that's not the
Eze,
question.
Eze
Shout
on
out to
form.
Sal,
You
shout
have
out
to go
Sal.
Eze.
Why does
Cole
he
Palmer
want
has
Eze
one
so
open
much?
play goal since
He
Cole
wants-
Palmer has one open play goal since January, bro. We can't do this
Here
to
we
his
go.
Hey,
players.
I'm happy for it to be an old
Yeah,
Chelsea
that's-
11. As long as we win, we can come back to this and I'll be like, you guys.
You know what? Saka
guys
or
did this.
Estevao? Okay, to be honest with you guys, who would you choose today, Saka or Estevao?
Saka, man,
Saka.
without doubt.
I'm going with the face of Brazilian football. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with the
Richarlison.
money wonder kid. Richarlison. Oh my goodness, stop it, bro. I'm actually gonna-
They lost 6 games in World Cup qualifying.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm going Estevao, man. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy today. I'm going Estevao.
Get the shirt. Get the shirt. Where's the shirt?
You
Get-
guys, so like to be honest with you guys, isn't watching Estevao more exciting than Bukayo Saka for real?
It
for you
is,
guys.
it is.
Like, if you want to give a player the ball to his feet in the games, would you not? Like, be honest. Forget the Arsenal and all the stuff. Would you not give Estevao a shout?
Didn't
Like, if you wanna
Esteban
make
just
things out-
score a
if you wanna give-
quintessential Saka
If you want to
goal,
make
like,
things,
a second
if
ago?
you want to make things happen, would you not give Estevao the ball to his feet and say, "Work, you work this defense, dribble
No.
pass to score"?
He
Seriously,
he is amazing.
I know. I'm not debating the body of work that Saka did. Saka has been one of the most consistent wingers probably in the world over the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
But generally, you don't think that Estevao.
One-on-one against a fullback, I'd rather give the ball to JJ Okocha than David Beckham. So now where do we go from here?
What does this have to do with this?
Because this is not about Estevao. We know Estevao is better
is
at
this?
getting past fullbacks, but
And scoring
today,
and one scoring.
Today,
Or just like
who
step
do you
overs.
take today? Right now, Estevao hasn't proven anything yet. It's his first 5 games in a Chelsea shirt. If we're gonna put Estevao ahead of Saka,
Some
then
play. Yamal played 5 games and looked fantastic in the first 5 games.
Esteban
And
has
people-
one
already
Premier
people
League
were
goal.
putting him up
Lamine
there.
Yamal is the entirety of the Euro campaign and last season's campaign. too.
Before that.
Not 5 games. Yamal has been doing this for 2
So if you
years.
have a chance to replace Saka with Estevao today, you wouldn't do that?
No.
Ash, you're a Newcastle fan. You have no whatever
I
single
think no.
race.
No,
He's a neutral.
if
You
I'm
wouldn't.
going to be honest, I would choose Saka because
Fine.
I think the issue with Estevao is as much as I think Estevao is amazing, he still
Mhm.
needs time to be nurtured, and you never know where that talent's going to be. Because I always bring this back to if you look at Garnacho under Man United when he was first brought in,
He was shit.
he
was
looked
shit.
amazing. No, he
Looked
right.
amazing. Amazing is a stretch.
He
Amazing is a-
looked great. He did. Like
I didn't
I-
think so.
when I
First
watched
couple of
him, I
games, he
thought-
looked
I
good.
thought-
And so did Januzaj, though.
Yeah, it started
Yeah.
going downhill. But that's the thing is, that's what can happen with these young players.
Every
I
time
always
we
think,
bring up
right-
Garnacho, Sal gets stressed, bro. Just look at Sal
Look at
every
this-
time we bring up.
Look at this comment.
Yeah,
Look at-
you don't
look at
understand
the-
what I've been through.
Look at this comment. Look at this comment. For
Oh, gosh. He
Can he
wants
cross
to
the
win
line?
defending.
Martinelli.
Jose Mourinho manager.
the best defensive
Contract.
winger in the league. We have the best defensive striker and winger in the league in Havertz and Martinelli.
No, you laugh about it until you like cry that you wish you had a clean sheets and defensive record.
I would rather them score goals, to be honest with you, like what Martinelli is doing now.
Look, no,
I'd rather
you know
them
this is
score goals.
disrespect. You know this is like if we tried to put Saka over Salah in a Liverpool team, everyone would think it's ridiculous.
Today,
Esteban
I would-
has one
today-
Premier
today-
League goal.
Today, without a shadow of a doubt, I would put Saka ahead of Salah today. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Today I would put Saka ahead of Estevao. So now what?
Yeah, okay, Martin asked me,
He's getting defensive.
what is this? What is this?
No, because
Martin-
his logic for one is not the same logic for the other.
It's the
Today,
same
today,
logic.
Estevao,
It's the
Estevao's
same
played
logic.
3 fucking games for Chelsea. What do you mean today? Today, I'm going Saka.
Estevao played like 11 games for Chelsea. 11.
When I say 3 games, I don't legitimately mean 3 games.
Oh, you
It's a
actually
form
don't mean 3 games. You mean
of-
like
a form of exaggeration to imply that
Bigger
Estevao just
speech.
got here.
Also, at
Yeah.
the same time, Estevao has played that many games because he's not really exactly had competition.
No, his competition is Pedro Neto.
Yeah, but he wasn't
Come
fit
on,
Being
for all, was he?
sarcastic. Being sarcastic.
So
Being sarcastic.
yeah, it's
Neto. Ugh.
look
Put
how
Judge
I see,
better
how
than
I see this.
Pedro.
Estevao has a ceiling that's up here, but he has to be able to get to that. Saka's ceiling was up here, and
Thank you.
he's achieved the ceiling. Estevao
Saka
needs to
actually,
achieve the
halfway
ceiling.
to that ceiling.
I actually have another. I actually disagree with you. Watching Estevao now, he doesn't have a lot of body of work. But watching Estevao today, I think he's up there. He doesn't need to. Like for me, if Estevao stays like this for the rest of just like this for the rest of his career, he's going to be one of the best wingers in the Premier League. You see the logic, Ash? Like I know what you're talking about, ceiling. If Estevao stays like this,
If he stays like this for the rest of the Premier League for the rest of his career, that means he'll have a GA every 1 in 5 games.
How
he
much?
just scored in the Champions League.
So in the Premier League, he's played 10 games and he's got 2 GA. So that's 20%.
Why do you need
Minutes.
a delusional
So what I'm
Chelsea
for.
fan when you have Mo on the
340 minutes. So yeah, there's been less, but
Because he likes the path of most resistance.
Yeah,
Mo
wear
wants- Mo
wear
wants
the
to
Chelsea
go.
shirt, Mo. It's better. Wear the
I
Chelsea.
will wear the Chelsea shirt.
Bro, when he was
The
hyping up
problem is
Arsenal, no one said,
people think that I
"Alright,
would
let him
just
hype up
back their
Chelsea."
team because oh my god, Mo, you like Arsenal, you're gonna back them. Mo, you hate Chelsea, you're gonna just shit on their players
Actually,
all
on the
time.
ball, who's better to watch, Enzo or Caicedo?
They play completely different positions. What is this?
And see how he changed it? See how
No,
he
but these
changed
two.
it? They played
I didn't.
completely
You
different.
changed it. You changed it.
Who's
We're talking
better
about
to
two
watch,
right
Enzo or
wingers
Caicedo?
versus someone that plays higher on the pitch versus a DM.
Who's better to watch, Enzo or Caicedo?
That has nothing.
Enzo.
They don't play the same position.
Enzo's better to watch. Let's put Enzo on the lineup. He's better to watch.
What is this, bro? What are you
Let's
so
take guys off
deluded?
the team.
Hey, yo, but
Zubimendi's
more-
better to watch.
do you know what's crazy? More people are saying
Let's go
Caicedo.
Zubimendi and Enzo because they're amazing to watch.
It's because they're like Caicedo lovers. Like these guys,
That's crazy.
they love Caicedo.
Bro, they love Caicedo, man. They love Caicedo. This guy came here. Chelsea fans were saying
he's
big up
he's a-
Enzo after the game, and he's still saying big up Caicedo. It's not normal. He sees Caicedo make one tackle and immediately.
But
Directly.
Enzo's looked
Oh,
amazing this
I
season. He's
say,
definitely raised his
oh.
levels.
You guys would love Caicedo.
Caicedo, Enzo,
Yeah, Enzo has
Caicedo
looked really
attempted
good.
three
He's been flying under the radar.
line-breaking passes. They all ended up at
Yeah.
Barcelona centre back.
Well,
Enzo
Enzo's
did
been
it
pushed further
3
forward this
times
season.
successful.
Enzo's been pushed further forward this season, which has like kind of made him.
By the way, I just want
That's
to
the thing,
correct
Ash.
something what Ash
Ash,
said.
last season we pushed
every-
him forward too. It's just,
Can I just
he was
correct
looking
one thing?
Rusty.
Based on the minutes that
What's-
Estevao
yeah.
played only in the Premier League, and I'm going,
You know,
Don't
the
correct
him for
340
using
minutes.
he will only the Premier League. He just used
Yeah,
the
but
Premier
don't
League.
correct him using minutes. He used games.
But minutes make a lot of sense more
But
than
that's
games.
not his point. Don't
Unless
cook
he's just a
Ash
sub.
unnecessarily.
No, he said minutes after. He said
No, he
minutes.
said games.
No, he literally said 400 minutes. He literally
I-
said
He said
that.
games.
You said how many minutes he played, so I said
Yeah,
how
so
many
he
minutes he
answered
played.
your question.
But
Exactly. Okay. Based on the minutes and the chances he got in the Premier League, if he continues like this, he will have 20 GA every season. I'm using your logic.
Which is actually not that good for a winger.
I was going to
12 and
say,
8.
which is still
That's
which
Luis
is-
Diaz, Cody Gakpo numbers.
I would think Saka should be doing more than that, like 30 plus GA is what I would be thinking from Saka every season. So
you think that wingers should get 30 GA every season?
no, I would say compared to Saka, I think Saka should be getting 30 GA a season. Yes.
How many? So Saka's been. How many times Saka got 30 GA? Then
Yeah, that's a good question. I
This
can't
is
remember
literally
last
why
time I did that.
Estevao is ahead of. Is why.
so how
Saka's
many?
ahead of
How many
Estevao.
times Saka got 30 GA? Ash, I know the answer. Ash, I know the answer.
Google,
Zero.
will you tell me?
0.
0. Damn.
He's
Yeah,
never
it's
got
never
had- I thought
30
he did
GA
it
in the
once.
Premier League ever.
I don't think that's realistic. Like Premier League only.
Thank you,
30.
Martin.
Maybe
So-
all comps, I
They're
think.
talking
it's
So
thirty.
which right
Salah.
winger did
They're
that?
talking Salah. Salah.
He got 28. He got 28 GA in 35
I know
games
someone
in
who
the
got 30.
23-24 season. That's
There you go.
crazy. And bear in mind, that's 16 goals, 12 assists. So there's something that you're also forgetting. He did that when he didn't have a centre forward. If we're going to talk about Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz, they are not centre forwards. If Gyökeres kicks on and does actual centre forward play, his numbers go up, assists go up. That's why Salah has been looking so. Has been.
Why did you add 3
Crazy.
GA in the 23-24? He got 25 only. Why did
I'm 16 goals, 12 assists. I'm looking at it right now.
9
35
assists?
games.
9 assists.
I'm
Just
Not
check.
all competition.
I'm looking at Transfer Market right now, and it says 35 games, 16 goals, 12 assists, 4 yellow cards, 0 reds.
You literally looked
2000
at, let me double check two websites. I'm looking at FBref. Let me actually check 23-24 season stats, players. 25
finish our
on
lineup that we got.
25 on 3
We're
websites.
You're not going to finish
Anyway,
it this rate. Mo's telling us on tangents, but Mo, you know, there's more than just like a couple of step overs to being a winger, right? Like Saka's also a captain. He takes some of the best corners in the game right now.
fair
There's,
enough.
there's, a,
Very
there's a
fair.
lot to the maturity of the game where you understand where you are tactically, positionally. It's not just like, oh, I'm exciting with the ball. It's like, that's nice, but Saka's done a whole body of work that means that you're insulting.
100%. You're
Martin.
absolutely right. Estevao
Martin,
doesn't
let me-
have the
let me
body of
answer
work
that
of Saka
question.
in the Premier
But
League. 100%.
Estevao actually does. Yeah, he doesn't have the people think Estevao is just step over. He's not just step over. He can create chances. He can create assists, and as well, I don't know if you saw that free kick against Barcelona where he got Enzo Fernandez a goal, but they took it off because it was offside. His delivery on set pieces and free and corners, it's amazing. You got to watch him on set pieces. Estevao, he takes our set pieces, and not only our set pieces, he does it for Brazil as well. So people think he's just step overs.
Respect.
No, he's a creator as well, and he does. set
People
pieces,
think
so-
corners is like something you can just remove from someone's game, like it's not important, but actually delivery
I hate
is
that
like,
shit, bro. I hate that. But he takes corners. You wish your fucking team has someone that takes corners.
Exactly.
Saka.
so if
I
Esteban
wish we
bringing
had
that to the
corners.
game,
You know, I was just speaking about this. People actually take it as something to a stick to be a rice with or Saka. That's something that you wish your team has. You wish you have someone that every single corner looks as dangerous as Arsenal. So that is a plus for Saka, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
that is part of playing a player is to be, because how many corners you average a game? From 6 to 10. Imagine if 50% of them are dangerous. And Newcastle would love a Saka and a Rice on every single corner. They would score abundance of goal. With
Bro,
the
listen,
amount
I
of
would-
height they have.
yeah.
Listen,
No?
I would not say that because I scream at my TV because for some reason Eddie Howe thinks it's a good decision to get Dan Burn to take the long throws. Please explain to me how a 6'6" man should be taking the long throw
maybe
and
there
not
is
in the box.
nobody. Maybe there is nobody else that can do it. By the way, I think someone at Sheffield spoke about this. Said that they only had one guy that can do long throws. They tried every single other guy, and only one guy was able to get it inside the 18. And they're like, "Okay, we have this guy has to do it. There's nobody else."
it's
The thing is,
really damn
we
hard.
have
I don't know
we
if
have
it's
other
trying to-
players that can take them because we have them on different position, and it just made me think like, why is he taking them? It just angers me.
Yeah. All right, striker and left wing. We have to finish that off.
That's
Can
gonna
we
be
put so can we put Saka now after Mo's done being edgy?
Wallah,
That's
I
still
don't
good.
think I'm given time to be
That's
edgy.
still
at
good.
all.
So left winger Trossard, easy.
He's injured.
Madueke.
Can I tell you the truth? I swear to God, I would choose Madueke on the left ahead of Garnacho and Gittins today.
That's
Wallahi.
this
I'd
is
take
why
Martinelli.
I said. Eze
I
on the
don't think that's
better option.
edgy. Sam, you know, I don't think that's
Is
edgy.
Trossard actually injured?
Yes.
He's got a knock.
Oh my god, the options stink now immediately. What the fuck?
Smart
The whole
and
team
early.
is
Now do
compromised.
you know why I said Eze on the left?
He had a point. He did.
Sam, take the L and put Palmer in the 10 and put Izzy on the left.
How is it
Otherwise, you
an L?
got
Eze had 4 votes. Don't be a fraud.
don't take the L. Take the L.
No, you can put
no,
Esteban.
no,
Guys,
carry
he's
on,
so
bro.
triggered, bro. He's so
Gotta carry
triggered.
on. So Madueke left winger.
It is what it
Neither
is.
we
No,
can
I'm
do.
Martinelli.
Can
I
I
think
actually, there's something very strange. I'm still looking at the stats
Neto
for this
on the
season.
left.
It's very strange that Estevao William makes more tackles per 90 than Bukayo Saka. It's very strange. Well,
he's just a headless chook. You know,
I mean,
running around
it
tackling.
would make sense since Arsenal have the ball all the time.
yeah, I like
They're
this
gonna-
Ash guy, bro. He talks a lot of sense. Where has he
Actually,
been, bro?
We're gonna get
That
Ash
he's-
back on the
His
channel
problem
again
is he's
tomorrow.
supposed to bomb Newcastle. That's it.
Yeah, hey, listen, that wasn't a choice.
Wow.
Are you from Newcastle? Are you from
Yeah.
Newcastle?
Completely
Yeah,
unnecessary
I was
stuff.
born-
Oh, you're
I
from
was
there.
born
You
in-
could have
I
chosen
was born
Sunderland,
in
bigger
Newcastle.
heritage,
Oh,
bigger
flipping
club,
hell no, bro.
bigger
Half my
club,
family,
bigger everything, bro. You
half
could
my
have chosen
family.
Sunderland. You could have been
Sunderland are the
bragging
bigger
about
club
more
as
Premier
well.
Leagues than Newcastle, bro.
Listen, half my family's from Sunderland.
Sunderland has as many league titles as Chelsea.
Hartlepool,
See?
bigger
You
club.
could have been sitting here debating Chelsea fans about the number of titles. Wallah, I used to like Newcastle last season. I used to back you guys until you fucking
You
gas.
can say the same,
Yes,
but you
the
can say the
fucking
same
world.
about Chelsea.
Okay, there's a
Yeah,
chance
most of the
Trossard's
time,
fit for
yeah.
Chelsea. Apparently, I just checked,
Right.
so we can put
If
him in. there.
Trossard is fit, we
Arsenal.
have to not insult ourselves and just put Trossard in the team.
He has to, yeah. Trossard will start if he's fair.
Just
Okay,
put
thank
the
you.
prize in the bag.
If anyone's gonna argue Garnacho and shit, we have to put the prize in the bag.
Striker gets a bit more interesting because
Why?
if you guys put
You're
Palmer
fair.
in, then I'm putting Gabriel Jesus in because he's fit now. So
Palmer's not in.
No.
this season.
step
No.
over.
I actually would put, to be honest with you guys, I'll put
Mikel
Moreno.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
Wallahi.
Ah,
I put Mikel Moreno up
He has
top.
looked good.
The level of
He-
disrespect to Joao Pedro. What the fuck? are
No,
you
but
doing?
Sam, I think ask Jacob.
João
Because
Pedro,
we were doing,
man.
we were
Yeah,
doing,
bro,
Sam, we were doing the work with Jacob, and he said since he moved to the striker, he fucking went on a fucking dry run that people said, "Can we stop playing this guy as a striker now?"
Bro, he
And play
did
him in
because
the
I had him in my FPL and he was stinking out my flipping team.
Even Chelsea fans were saying, "Okay, the experiment of Joao Pedro as a striker failed. Can we now go back to play anybody else as a striker than Joao Pedro?" Jacob
Yeah.
will tell you this. Am
Liam
I wrong,
Delap.
Jacob? To say that as a striker?
he did have this run where he was thinking of the place, no shots on target. But with the wingers we have, I would pick him because he would be able to supply them up top.
Bro, a striker without a shot target for 4 games is a disaster, bro. Just it's a disaster. To be
Is
honest.
that true?
Imagine having a striker
Yeah,
that has
it
0
was.
shots on target for 4 games. That's what the fuck, bro.
Someone
in a
just said Marino
progressive-
has
But
30
by the way,
GA
guys,
in 25.
In the team that creates the most big chances in the league. Okay, so
25.
who's taking the shot then? If
Yeah,
the
but the,
striker
the,
is
the,
not
the
shooting.
issue with that stat is that 30 GA,
Spot
is that
creating those
including
chances.
Spain? Is that including Spain? Because
He's got 26 for
Oh,
club.
they asked, they included for Haaland. Fabrizio Romano gives
Yeah.
us the headache every single day. Haaland, 15,000 goals for club and country in this amount of games. Haaland has scored 20,000 goals for Norway plus Man
Yeah.
City every day. I had a headache on Twitter from Fabrizio Romano for like days.
but don't
Marino
get me.
deserves it, I guess. Lack of other options.
Yeah, I think so.
He might actually be.
Bro, but to be honest with you guys, there's some places in this team that they stink. The striker and the left winger stink.
Well,
I
the thing is,
decide just pure respect wise, I'd rather go Joao Pedro over Moreno. I'm gonna be real.
Wallahi, I hear Husam. I have to
Just out
respect
of
for our,
respect, like we
for
cannot,
our dignity.
we cannot underestimate like the bro. We cannot just ruin this whole team. Put fucking Moreno up
like,
top.
for
We
our
don't-
dignity and our reputations as content
for
creators.
our pride,
we-
honestly.
yes, we need to have Joao Pedro up top.
Well,
gonna
Gyökeres
put
is
it up.
fit. Havertz is fit. You've got options there. Jesus.
Liam
Joao
Delap
Pedro,
scored
Joao
last
Pedro.
week.
Come on, guys.
Why not Delap?
I take those three over
I like,
Pedro.
I like
Bro,
Delap.
allow Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar. Joao Pedro.
Well, like Delap is good, bro. I don't know why you don't like him. You wish
bro, he,
I
he
wish
came
you have
back and
Delap.
instantly got a
He's
red
having,
card.
he's having a better,
There's
he's
no
having
way
a better,
Pedro gets
he's having a better
11
season than
against
Alexander Isak. He's having a better season than Alexander Isak. Liam
Bro,
Delap.
everyone is.
Mm.
This our team chat. Right.
Dan
here.
Burns
No,
having
no,
a
no,
better
no one
season
agreed
than
to Pedro.
Isak.
I did not endorse Pedro.
That's dead.
I thought you were
That's how
very
many
nice.
Arsenal. How many
How many
Chelsea?
Arsenal
One,
players?
two,
One,
three,
3,
four.
4,
Four Chelsea
5,
only?
6, 7. 7 Arsenal.
4 Chelsea only? I thought they had the best team in the world. I thought
Hey, what about manager?
This guy just wants to rattle today. He just wants to rattle today.
Who's
Day
the better manager?
75.
Hey, for the people freaking
Day
out,
75 of 1,000.
we put Reece James in over Timber.
Bro,
We
supposed to
put
be Palmer,
Calafiori in
man.
over
Of your world champ.
Well, Gabriel will be in
Husam,
there.
you fraud. Palmer's supposed to be at that 10. You fraud. Husam.
4 votes as 3 votes Palmer. Sorry, mate.
Ugh,
4 votes.
I don't.
It's a pretty good
I-
One
team.
open play goal since January. Big up.
João Pedro needs to go though. Marino is much less embarrassing as João Pedro in that situation.
Actually, Marino's
I
more
think
better.
I think they're both stinky. I would just stink Palmer up front at that point.
hold on, Ash. How do you say Moreno has been stinky? Since he plays as a striker, he's been good. Why is stinky?
Not a bad team, you know.
I mean, we're using the word good very loosely. I wouldn't say he's been that good.
Have you been watching?
Have you been
I-
watching Arsenal play last
I
season
haven't. I
against
don't
like?
think I don't
and
think
this
he's as good
season?
as what you're making him out to be. Like
Wow.
we're talking about potentially the
No,
best.
he's not Erling Haaland. He's not Erling Haaland, but he has been good.
Yeah, but
He was
what
really good
you're
against
doing,
Spurs,
right?
though.
If you he's been good, but if you're talking about potentially Arsenal winning the UCL or the Premier League, am I going to say how Moreno's been is good for that Arsenal team? No.
We're just talking about versus João Pedro. It's not like he has to be.
Can I ask you something,
that's
Ash?
not
Who would you
high.
take as a striker? Anthony Gordon or Mikel Moreno?
Mikel Moreno. Don't. But that's because right now. But that's because right now, if I had to choose up front, I would genuinely have Dan Burn as that false 9 rather than Anthony Gordon right now. So I'm being serious. You're using a metric to me that I would rather have flipping a cone up front. I'm fed up of seeing Anthony Gordon being put up front. So using that as a metric to me doesn't say a lot.
Jeez.
I don't think it's that bad.
Beggars
Mikel
can't be
Moreno.
choosers, man. Marino at Newcastle, I know he's been there before, but you
I'll
guys
say
should
we had
play
him before.
striker.
Listen, we had him before.
I know, you should have played him striker. He was there the whole time. You don't have to waste your time with Isak and Voltamade.
Voltamada's a beast.
Here you go, a Chelsea fan that is triggered. True Blue is triggered. I'll put Timba, Zubamendi, and Mosquera. Perfect combined 11, like and sub people.
You're correct, True Blue Clay. Arsenal are top of the league by mistake. All their players are trash. We should put the world champions all in the team. Day 77 of 1,461 of your world champs, Chelsea. Today in our world combined 11, we put all Chelsea players because we're world champs. That's what you want, right? So Arsenal are top of the league by mistake. Let's go, guys. They're there on accident.
I've got a question to finish off the team. Who's the better manager? Who's the manager for it? Arteta or Maresca?
What do you think, Ash? Before you ask,
What do you think?
I think
Yeah.
Maresca. Bro, I
Ash.
think Arteta is stinky.
Oh, God.
Bro,
You're
who-
doing so well, Ash.
He
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
all he has done.
Champions of the
If in
world.
10 years down the
Never
line, if
stay
you look back
back.
on this Arsenal team and Arsenal doesn't win anything, Arteta's been a flop.
but hold on, great question. Do you think Arsenal are favorites to win the Premier League this season?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they will.
Okay, but you think if you put money today on who's winning the league, who would you choose?
I mean, obviously, based on where they are in the league, you would have to say Arsenal. But this is what I'm saying.
Okay, hold on. So going by your logic, I'm assuming that Ash's logic is true. Not Mo, not Jaco, not Sal, not Martin, not Sam. Ash's logic is true. We're all gonna follow Ash, so we think Arsenal are gonna win the league. So your conversation is moot.
So if in this Arsenal team, if you stick Maresca, the reason why I even said I think Eddie Howe's a better manager than what Arteta is, I think if you stick Eddie Howe in this Arsenal team, I think he does better than what Eddie Howe
You think Eddie Howe
Arteta's
with his
doing.
Arsenal team would have finished second 3 times and be the best team in the world today?
No, I think he would have actually took them over the line and won a Premier League.
Eddie Howe.
Ooh.
Yes. People disrespect him.
Hey, man.
I'm done with the stream.
Not bad.
That's
Not bad.
I'm not even joking.
Wait,
I
Husam, you come
genuinely
back real
wholeheartedly
quick. You
believe
come
that.
back real quick. Husam.
I'm not even like trying to be biased. That I wholeheartedly believe that.
Look,
But
Maresca
my
is
thought-
underrated.
Conversations are done, man.
My thoughts will change if Arteta actually gets over the
Very
line, because what people do, you look back at what people have actually won, and if Arteta doesn't,
So why
actually win
are
anything,
Arsenal top of the league now when they are top of the Champions League? Why?
because of their team, like everyone says that they.
Who do you think? Who do you think have better
You-
midfield?
even
You,
you-
or
Who
you? Who
built
do you
the
think have
team?
better midfield? You or the general you? Tonali, Guimaraes, and Joelinton is better than Odegaard
So-
or whoever, Zubamendi and Rice, Ash, or no?
What?
Let him answer, Sal.
If you, the thing is, right, there is you can have an argument that they are close, but it's not just about that. It's about the whole team.
Who do you think has a
Arsenal-
better striker, Voltemada or Victor Gyökeres or Havertz?
currently Voltemada, but the thing is, the defense of Arsenal is what makes them
Voltemada's
so
nice.
far is clear, and that is what people like. It's
Is
not
that
just
not coaching? Not coaching.
no. How is it coaching? Dan Burns 33 years old. Like, we've got an aging defense. We've just changed our entire back line. So we've got Tino Livramento and Lewis Hall. They're both prone to injury. Botman's been prone to injury. Malik Charles looks absolutely sensational. But they're our main four defenders, and a lot of them have been out.
Isn't
so
Livramento
without six
better in your
attackers for
eyes
this
than
season.
Timber?
Livramento has been playing more games on the left at the moment because we've not even had a left back. So if he was a mainstay right back, then potentially, yeah. I think
Who do you think has a higher profile coming to the Premier League? Mosquera, Hincapié, or Malik Thiaw?
I mean, obviously, Hincapié. I can never gonna say his word.
You think that
Mascara,
Malik
maybe
Thiaw coming
not.
from Milan is less than Hincapié?
I think he's less than Hincapié. Yeah, I think he's better.
fair enough.
I think higher than
Honestly.
Mascara.
So how does
What was
Arteta
Salvador?
get this? How does Arteta get this defense without Gabriel to be so solid as well with Mosquera and also with Calafioro, who didn't play a lot last season because he was injured a lot? System because of the coaching, right?
But it's not just about that, though, is it? You're saying Gabriel coming out. Gabriel's only just been injured.
So you're
We didn't
predicting
have
them to
six
fall
attackers
off.
for the season, right?
I have already said that. Arsenal's not really had.
Oh, you're predicting them to fall off. Oh, I didn't hear that.
said-
Maybe I wasn't here at the beginning of the
So
stream.
I said Arsenal's not being against a proper team that's really shown them something with Gabriel being out apart from Bayern. And I said if that game was at the Allianz, I think Bayern probably would have won that. I think
So you're
they've not.
predicting a Chelsea win
The
then?
Allianz.
Yeah. I said I think Chelsea's going to win.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, he said
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
all
What
right.
makes you think Eddie Howe's going to get over the line?
I mean, do we really have to look at everything that he's done to all players? You could literally look at every single player at Newcastle.
So we're talking about player development versus Arteta.
Look at the side that
crazy.
Arteta inherited.
Okay,
though, as well.
I'll ask you this: who's won the most recent trophy? Arteta
Oh,
or
the
Eddie
most
Howe?
recent trophy. Well, it only took Arteta 6 months to win a trophy, so Eddie Howe's...
Okay, hold on. Who do you think won the the recent trophy? Oliver Glasner or Mikel Arteta?
But the thing is, though, I'm saying, like, if you actually look
There's no
at
There's no just I'm using your questions, I swear to God.
yes,
Which
of
trophy was
course.
worth more?
Is
FA
Oliver
Cup or Carabao?
Carabao Cup or FA Cup is better?
If you who did we go up against in to win the Carabao Cup?
You can't win that one.
I said if you actually
They
look,
fucking played the mighty Man City and humbled them in the final with Oliver Glasner.
who did we
played
play in
Man
the
City.
final? Who did we play in the final? Liverpool. Who did we
Played
win?
Liverpool.
Who did we
The-
who did we beat
the
in the
champions of
semi-final?
England.
Arsenal. Who did we play in the semi-final? Arsenal. Who did we also beat before that? Chelsea. Like what we not to
everyone
mention-
getting their
But
beatings in the
Glasner,
Carabao.
okay, but Glasner as well won the cup, right? So you think he's better than Arteta as well?
I think no, but I think
The
there's a
disrespect for Arteta is crazy in this league.
No.
It's unbelievable.
so it's okay. So if Arteta doesn't win anything this season, will you be saying that? Arteta
Why are
should
you
be worth
assuming that
staying?
we're not talking about at the end of the season? I'm talking today.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is today, if you swapped Arteta and Eddie Howe, I think Eddie Howe would have got Arsenal over the line in the time that Arteta's had with Arsenal.
Purely based on vibes, or
purely based on what he's done as a manager.
Yeah, I don't really think he's achieved that much.
That's not that crazy.
So you think what he did for Bournemouth, take them from the bottom league to be in the Premier League, to then come to Newcastle?
So you want me to give him credit for taking Bournemouth to some level in the Premier League, but you don't want to give Arteta credit for taking them nearly to the top of the Premier League? Like, you don't understand how hard the level of difficulty is here compared to what you're saying in Eddie Howe standpoint.
Yes, you have to give Arteta some credit, but I'm saying if you take what he's actually done, if he doesn't get Arsenal over the line now, he's been a similar level to what Eddie Howe has been.
Even if he doesn't take us over the line, he's completely changed his club from top to bottom, brought us back into the big
but that's
table,
not just him.
Which we
that's
belong
the thing.
at, which we hadn't been at for 20 years.
But is that just Eddie Howe?
Is
that just Eddie Howe?
Eddie Howe wouldn't know what to do at the top of the league. He would shit his pants every morning when he looks at the table. He's got no idea. He's just in a completely different world. You have to work so hard on every detail of the club to get into this point. I don't think you appreciate it. You can sit there with a smirk and say, I mean, Glasner's better, but just because Arteta hasn't got it over the line doesn't mean he hasn't completely revolutionized his club.
I didn't say Glasner was better as well.
Around the world.
I didn't say Glasner was better.
No, but like you're using the same Eddie Howe argument.
No,
you think he's going to make
that's
it
because I think Eddie Howe is a better manager than Arteta.
Yeah, well, I agree to disagree. Sal, you were going to say something ages ago, and Mo cut you off.
No, I'm just looking at the team that Arteta inherited when he came to Arsenal, and you're looking at David Luiz, Socrates, Maitland-Niles, Xhaka, Torreira, Aubameyang, Ozil, Nelson, and Lacazette. That was the team that Leno in goal as well. So that was the team that Arteta inherited when he went to Arsenal. So that is not very good, is it? That team, was it? Yes. Well, Saka was in there. Saka was in there as well. So
left back. The only one that had a more difficult rebuild job is probably Klopp at Liverpool. That one was even worse. But other than that, like, this is a very difficult rebuild job. The fact that people think that an Arsenal manager need to come in now and win immediately is credit to Arteta's work anyway. So, yeah. But he does have to get over the line this season. We don't have to repeat it in every fucking show. Everyone agrees. Just put the fries in the bag, win the league, and that's it. Khalas. We get it. If Arsenal doesn't win the league this season, yes, he's a failure. He's a bum and everything. We all agree.
It's either one or the other. He's a bum or he's the best manager in the world. There's no in between.
Yeah, but that's the difference between winning and not winning.
Exactly. That's what it happens. That's what it all comes down to, is winning trophies. When you look back at, when you judge people, especially managers, it comes down to what they've won.
And how many managers have beat Pep?
I'll use another NBA analogy. Nikola Jokic. After he won the NBA title, looked at people, people took Jokic from like, oh my God, I can't believe Jokic has 2 MVPs, to all of a sudden speaking about him with the all-time greats. This is just sport, brother. You win, you're considered in conversations with the greats.
Some people can see a bit more than just the black and white of, did you win the Premier League or did you not? And he's close to doing it now, so it's probably a moot point. We'll find out.
That's why, Martin, I really hope that Arsenal wins something, so this conversation will become about really how good you are as a coach, instead of every time I talk to someone, but he hasn't won anything. I really like with Klopp and Pep Guardiola, the conversation wasn't about did he win or did he not, which playing style is good, which one did more with the players he has. It went from, but this guy won more or nothing. So really, one of the things I want Arsenal to win is I want to have a genuine conversation about Arteta's coaching style, the player development. And instead of me, every time I ask someone, but he hasn't won anything. What about his coaching style? But he hasn't won anything. But he hasn't won a trophy. He hasn't won.
That's why I asked the question at the start, because these teams also want to come up and be at the top, right? You're basically creating a rigid stick for your own back that when your team gets up there, everyone will be able to say Eddie Howe ain't shit till he's won the Premier League. Even if
I actually think Eddie Howe is a very good coach, Martin.
Yeah, he's a great coach. I think he's a great coach.
But
to take Newcastle from not winning any game in the Prem, being bottom under Steve Bruce, to literally finish high as what they are, finish top 4 the year after, and still make Champions League not last season. It's a fantastic job. It's an absolute job. My question about Eddie Howe is playing style. Is that Eddie Howe has not managed the team when he's been demanded to be on the top and be imposing and impose authority in games every game. That is what top clubs demand. Chelsea, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, City. These teams demand you to be the top because being on top of the game is what wins you the title at the end. Having a style. Like Eddie Howe is still averaging 50% ball position in the league, by the way. Yep. This is why I'm still questioning his credibility to coach. Like Unai Emery won more titles than Arteta, won Europa Leagues, got Aston Villa to a Champions League. He wins game, almost beat PSG last season. But if he goes to a top team, can he create a system that will win you 18 out of like against 16 or 17 teams? That's what Jurgen Klopp did. That's what Pep did. Arteta's doing it now. Enzo Maresca, if he's consistent, they should do that. Last season, underlying metrics show that Chelsea were top of the league in a lot of metrics. Can Eddie Howe do this and not navigate certain games individually? Because that wouldn't win you a title. That is the only question about Eddie Howe.
Let me just read this specific one, and then I'm gonna head out and more. Just finish up the stream. Husam, Chelsea are second by accident. Yep, no, you're not second by accident, which is why 4 of your players get into the combined 11 with the best team in the world right now. See?
By the way, it was so similar when Arsenal played City. When we did the combined 11, it was always more players to City because they were the best team in the league. Yeah. It's not a disrespect.
If I were to do a Liverpool Arsenal combined 11 now, it's 10 Arsenal players and Szoboszlai. That's it. So now where do they go from? You see the difference? Why? Because we're ass. You're not ass. So you get 4 players into the best team in the world. So yeah, I wasn't dishonest or anything.
But you have the mighty Arne Slot, genius manager. How?
The difference between 4 and 7 is 1 player and it becomes 5 and 6. Like you're acting like 4 and 7 is such a big discrepancy. By the way, like if we take Eze out and put Palmer, it becomes 5 and 6. So it's actually really close. So yeah, don't act like 4 and 7 is a big discrepancy. Anyway, I'm gonna head out.
Let me do the super chat so we can actually finish them and just get out of here. Gabriel, Saliba, Raya, and rest all Chelsea players. Gabriel, Saliba, and Raya, and the rest are Chelsea players. That's what he thinks.
Wow,
it's a lack of respect.
That's nuts. So JC, I'm expecting you on MHF here after the Chelsea if you win or lose. Then.
I was going to say what Husam said just before was that it's very close, the tie between the players that we put in. But then we put Fofana in over Gabriel because Gabriel's just not fit. Gabriel would be, I think, everyone here starting. So
100%. Best defender in the world.
Yeah.
Before he got injured.
We gave him Reece James over Timber. They should be.
For me, Eze will be the game changer at Chelsea. We'll see, AMT. We'll see that. I think Eze is my favorite player at Arsenal currently.
Even though you tried to get him out of the combined 11. Jesus, man.
I like Cole at Arsenal. Eze is my favorite player. I love Eze on the ball. I liked him since Crystal Palace. The way he plays football is phenomenal and it's amazing. It's just enjoyment to watch. Eze for me. Given Chelsea the whole 11, let's move on for fuck's sake. Bro, basically that's what JC said. Just the 2 center backs and the goalkeeper. More instigating loyalties to create agenda. I don't know what that means.
Sounds smart.
Mo's a master manipulator, guys. I'm telling you, this guy's good.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
This guy's good.
He just sits there with his little crystal ball controlling.
More prime Dino Kaka should be in every team. Not prime Kaka without a shadow of a doubt. Prime Dino, yes. Not prime Kaka. There are better attacking midfielder that played in the world than Ricardo Kaka.
Zidane.
Does Sal get to talk Manchester United while he's here, or are we going to peace out?
I'm gonna wrap. It's. Because I
feel like last time we were on together, there was a talk of a Man United Arsenal title race.
No, mate, we've only lost 1 in 6. We lost. We lost 1 in 6. We lost 1 in 6. Yeah, but that game, I just lost all will to believe anymore. You know,
that Everton game.
Slap round the face with a salmon. You know,
I
he's gone.
I hate watch that.
Yeah, fraud.
That was a good one.
Genuinely, that was the maddest
Combined
game
team
I've
with a
seen.
forward line option of Moreno, Pedro, Delap, Gittins, Madueke, Garnacho fighting for top 2. What has the world come to? Wallahi, I was thinking the same.
Literally, this is
Allah,
what we will say.
I swear I was thinking the same when we were doing the team.
Yeah.
I was thinking the
This is kind of
same.
stinky, man.
We've been struggling. We had 6 injured attackers. You know, this just is what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna add Havertz and Jesus. It doesn't make it better.
No, you don't sleep on Jesus. Watch second half of the season. He's going to be my guy. He's going to carry
All
us.
right. Like, to be honest, amazing super chat. Ash, what would Howe have won with Arsenal in the Premier League? He said yes.
What year?
What year?
What year?
It's pretty much last year's the only option.
I mean, yeah, probably.
No, 23-24. You have to
Yeah,
say
when
the
they
2
when they
points.
dropped the points against Aston Villa.
Yeah. How would have
No.
won?
People keep saying this. Like we dropped points against Fulham and West Ham and a whole bunch of stuff early on the season. That one game in the middle of a run of 17 is nuts. Like,
yeah.
the
The thing is,
When
last
Tottenham
year.
purposely lost to Man City.
Well, it's like last year. The biggest problem was obviously for Arsenal the goal scoring. They had too many draws. Like.
So not the injuries last season.
that was tough.
No problem for you.
Yeah, but you have to work around injuries. That's why I'm not. I don't give Eddie Howe any sort of rebuttal. I don't give any manager sort of rebuttal. Say, oh, they've got injury problems. You can say, yeah, they've got injuries. Like we've had injuries, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse of why we're doing bad.
So City should have won the league last season because of the injuries.
Would you credit
They
a
were the
manager
best
for
team.
doing well regardless of the injuries, like being top of the league if they're missing like 5 or 6 attackers? And
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
If they're losing the best players, obviously that'll be down to the manager.
Might as well clubs have no coaches then.
I don't know what that is.
Come on, guys.
Ash, that's
Let's
what
be
Ash.
nice in the
Because-
super chats.
Yeah. Anyway,
Do we do
All-
score predictions at all before you peace out?
we'll do it after I finish this. We'll do the score prediction. All Eddie Howe has done is coach that Linton Guimaraes lots of kick the opposition players and start play. His playing style is just so pathetic.
Bully ball, eh?
I'm gonna tell you something, guys. If Joao Linton
So
isn't
disrespectful.
stopped and he's not getting more yellow cards, someone is gonna get injured badly, and people are gonna look back on how Joao Linton play. I like him as a player, and they will start regretting not giving him yellow cards. Someone is gonna get someone like Roy Keane used to be protected, and until he breaks someone's leg, there are a lot of players that do this and get away with it, and they keep continuing doing this. Joao Linton does a lot of stuff on the pitch that should get yellow cards for him to stop, but he doesn't, so he continues to do them, and that is someone has to stop him in this. You remember, guys, that before you remember the Harry Kane used to duck underneath players jumping. You guys remember that? And someone said someone has to tell Harry Kane, or he has to get yellow cards for these. Otherwise, someone is going to break their neck, and then they're going to regret not telling him to stop these. Joao Linton does these things. He does stuff like this, like dark arts and stuff, and someone is going to get injured badly.
Mo, do you know,
you know
what
I'm talking about, Ash, right? You know what I'm talking about.
I agree, but I was saying, do you know what was really funny? You brought this up. That exact sort of thing happened on. It might have even been on Joe Linton in the Arsenal game. I remember he jumped up, and I think it was Saliba backed into him, and he fell really bad. Like, and I remember watching that, and he didn't even get a yellow card for that. And I was like, I remember because the ball was coming, and he wasn't even looking at the ball; he was looking at the player as he went into him.
Very
and
dangerous. It's one of the most dangerous things to do in football. When someone jumps and you go underneath them, because you can really break the neck.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree what you said about Joe Linton.
In the NBA, you can get a technical foul for that.
Yeah,
because you break someone's ankle. I saw someone's ankle got broken in the NBA. I think someone like went underneath them, and they literally landed wrong. Arteta and how coaching style is the same?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
No, mate.
It's not. Amorim has just 6 years of experience, so he's really a young manager. If United can give him a chance, why can't he give a chance to young players?
Because bringing these young players into an environment what's very toxic with players that are quite clearly down tooling and petulance, it's not going to be good for the development of young players when you're bringing them into that sort of environment. It's not the class of 92 anymore. There's no Cantona and Keane and Palace and Bruce anymore. It doesn't work like that. And bringing them into the Premier League, it'd be suicide, man. Honestly, it would at the moment.
Yes,
Rick
Arteta
Peter
must
Obi.
this year, and I think he is ready. He should be ready. On paper, Arteta should win the Premier League this season.
I think
700 million spent
he
under Howe.
should though. Yeah, he should though because of Liverpool's fall off.
In this.
700 million spent under Howe. We sat 14th, by the way. Yikes.
Our position's a bit of a false position. Look, listen, at the moment, the entire in August, we didn't have a striker. We bought.
Oh
a
my
striker.
God. I just thought that coaches should work around injuries.
They should, and we've done what we can, but it is what it is. That's why I said I think it's a bit of a false position what we're in.
Use your
No,
words wisely, Ash.
No, because I think we've underperformed. Like we should have scored more.
Isn't that coaching then? Oh
no, because Gordon
It's
missed like
not coaching.
Gordon and Barnes and everything missed like open goals and everything, which would have gained us points. We dropped so many points in August in games we should be winning, which wasn't coaching fault. It was players' faults in certain moments. Which
I just remember we beat you guys with Marino with a header.
yeah, I also remember
manager
that
through
in that
injuries.
game. I also remember in that game, Gabriel forearm
I really wanna-
Armada in the head and didn't get sent off. But if we're going to go down,
Are
that
you going to
route-
complain about off the ball stuff at Newcastle? I don't think so, buddy.
hey, listen,
But
I've
Bruno
told you.
Guimaraes'
Yeah,
elbow
but
is
this is the problem that you've not realised. I
Oh.
also think that should have been a red card as well.
23-24. Who had the better squad?
Nothing.
City or Arsenal? Okay, City without a shadow of a doubt. Anybody that will say otherwise, 23-24, City had the better squad without a shadow of a doubt. It's not even a question, 20. There is a reason no established giants wants Howe. That's a Liverpool fan, by the way. You know, I'm going to ask you Ash straight. If Eddie Howe leaves Newcastle, what caliber of a job do you think he's got? What's the silence?
Oh,
Was-
gosh.
Was it
this
was the question for me?
Yes, Ash. If Eddie Howe
Oh,
is to leave
alright.
Newcastle, what caliber of a job do you think he'll get?
I think he has to go to a top club. I don't see why he'd be.
Like a
Anything below
Liverpool,
that.
Arsenal, City, Bayern, Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Yeah, I
He's-
think
he's-
so. Like you've got to think what
Fair enough.
you got to think what he's done with our squad. The likes of Joe Linton was shocking before. Jacob Murphy was shocking. Like all these players, what
agree.
he's done to us, he's elevated us, and we've had Champions League.
He done
Two
well.
Sal,
hours
would you
after
take him at
season.
United? Sal, would you take him at United?
Who, Eddie Howe?
Yeah, if Amorim leaves, would you take him at
He
United?
should go to United. Yeah.
If Amorim gets sacked,
think they should
Yes.
no.
Jacko, you taking him at Chelsea?
Oh. We have Maresca.
Injuries to key players, what happens? Injuries to key players will always destroy teams. That's a lot of people. The problem, you know what? Arsenal, the agenda against Arsenal literally made people swallow their words because of the injuries. I swear to God, that's what happened. Because of Arsenal injuries, and people didn't want to say that injuries are a reason why your team fall off, which is Arsenal. People now don't want to say their team should fall off because of injuries. You see how it works? It's like referees. When they said Arsenal, you know, I'm going to tell you something. You know the goal that got scored against Chelsea for Brentford? That was offside. Because Chelsea fans bantered Arsenal so much right, about the referees, more the Chelsea fans didn't want to come to the shows and say we were robbed. Because they would be reminded of how they bantered Arsenal and Arsenal complained about the referees.
Mo, the entire football world loved Wednesday nights at Stoke and rainy corners and long throws until Arsenal started doing them. It's just everyone has to change their priors.
Ash is a rage baiter just like Wolfie. No. Ash is not 10th of Wolfie's rage bait. What are you talking about, AMT?
Wolfie's out of his league.
Oh, also,
Wolf is
by
a
the way,
different league.
Is a ring.
also that injury that I said that I was on about, it was Saliba on Tino Livramento, and he went in the back of him, and Tino Livramento was injured for like 6 games after that.
Wow.
And Saliba didn't even get a yellow card for it.
Does Arteta get sacked if he doesn't win a major? Does Amorim get sacked? We finish above 10th. Does Slot forget? Does Slot forget if he's getting sacked?
Sloth. That's a new one.
Slot.
Sloth.
Big up, my
Slot
man.
is crazy.
Big up, my man. Okay, City had the better squad, but Howe would have won the league with Arsenal that season. Ash, is Eddie Howe a better manager than Pep?
No.
Just thank you, 20. How did
We could
logic destroyed?
we could win the games he's supposed to
I mean,
win.
of course.
though. That's
I mean,
what-
as a whole,
that's what lost
but the
Arsenal
thing-
the league.
but the thing is, what you're talking about in stuff like this, it's context matters. As a whole, is Pep a better manager than majority of managers out there? Absolutely not. But then you're talking about stuff that he's lost and had to do a rebuild with the likes of losing like KDB and stuff like this, and with injuries. I think if he goes under, takes a squad of say Arsenal's caliber, then I would have said there
Can I
is a
tell
very
you the
high-
difference? I don't think that Eddie Howe would have able to win 16 out of 18 games with Arsenal and go on that run. I don't think so.
But
With that team,
yeah, no.
with
maybe
that team, I don't think so. Anyway, I know that we wanted to talk about United, but it's been 2 hours.
Just a score prediction from
Wow.
Jacko. I want to hear how confident he is, and then that's it.
2-1
Sal, I'm
United.
sorry, bro.
That's all right, brother. I get it. 2-1
What is-
United.
2-1 United. Okay, what about Arsenal Chelsea? What are you going on that one?
Salad, man.
2-1 Chelsea.
Okay.
It's tight.
Ash?
Though.
Get in off the Chelsea.
I think it's gonna be 3-2 Chelsea. I really do think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
You think Chelsea are going to score 3 goals against? You know, the last time Arsenal got 3 goals
No,
against them was like 2 years ago.
No, exactly.
I mean,
I think
3 games.
I think it should be a low scoring game, but I think because what's going to happen is I think Chelsea might score, and then I think Arsenal's going to become much more of an open team, and there's going to be a lot of back and forward. I think it's going to be a very open ended game.
Okay.
Because like
Jacob?
us, you've got
Yeah.
to take into account of where they are in the table right now. Like this is a big game for Arsenal. It really is.
Fair enough. Jekyll?
Chelsea win. I'm going 3-0 at the bridge. It's going to be a demolition. It's going to be disaster.
Right, don't be surprised if Arsenal win this
Chelsea.
3-0, you know. They might come
2-2.
out and just absolutely...
For me,
Uh,
2-2.
Desmond.
I was going to say
2-2.
that, but I thought...
Martin,
Arsenal
Ex-
3, Chelsea 1.
predictions, not hope. That's your prediction. Okay,
I don't-
fair enough.
I don't think they'll score, but I'm going to give them a goal.
Eddie Howe, him and his I don't
Double
know,
ganger.
double
Double ganger. It's
ganger.
like someone who's
This
they'll
Ash
be on about
guy
Jason
girl
Tatum.
leaves him tomorrow. It's Arsenal's fault. You hate Arsenal, Ash. I just wanted to get this.
No, not at all. I said I think they've got the best team in the world right now.
So who's the team that you hate the most in the league, apart from Sunderland?
I mean, I was going to say Sunderland 100%.
Yeah.
I'm
The
not,
big
I'm-
teams.
the thing is, like, I'm not. So Arsenal have fans that are currently insufferable to listen to. So, but I don't have a problem.
Wow, Colin Martin insufferable to his face is kind of like a bad
Hey, listen,
Can
not
be a
all
bit
fans. Not all fans. There are a couple of fans. That
I will just say that the idea of a fan is to not be tolerated and to be hated by everyone. So I'm not trying to
Hey,
make
the-
friends
the-
out here. It's fine.
Arteta out.
Big up everyone that joined us. This will take you to Sam's stream. Another emergency crisis meeting, people.
Oh,
Like when does the crisis stop? I don't know. Another crisis meeting, bro, for Liverpool, of course, on Husam's channel. I want to thank everyone that joined us. But before we go, straight for post is Sal's channel for all the United news in the morning, in the evening. You go and support Sal, doing great work on the channel there. Of course, Jaco Jordan Live, the biggest Chelsea chat out there of them saying 3-0. Go and support Jaco. He's put in the work, match reviews, and everything. Of course, Ash, you got a channel.
Yeah, but I don't post probably as much as what I should.
All right. So you're going to see Ash here. You're going to see him on the Football Terrace, of course. And
Yeah.
Martin, you're going to see here on my channel, on Husam's channel as well. I will see you guys on Husam's channel. We're out of here.